Hello, PBE. Happy 4th of July for the Americans, and welcome to the final regular season stream of Season 62. I will be your host, as usual, the professional button pusher, Aria EXE, and I'm joined today by my partner in crime, as usual, October. How are you doing?
Sorry, I just saw a really interesting stick.
Real.
I'm not even joking.
Real, honestly.
It's a fishing rod. I don't know why it was interesting to me. Anyways, I'm doing okay. Other than hold on, I have to double check the weather. There's a big reason why I'm not energetic today, and it's because it currently outside feels like about 40 degrees Celsius. And 40 degrees Celsius for the
Yeah.
Americans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ma'am,
Um,
it's the 4th of July. Please translate into Fahrenheit.
40 degrees Celsius for the Americans is 104 degrees. Now, you might be saying that doesn't seem like a lot for the ones who are used to it. My room is several degrees hotter in terms of Celsius, about 2 to 5, compared to the outside world, because I'm in a very small room and my computer is on a lot. It heats up my room really quickly. And all I have is a dingy little fan.
Yeah,
So apologies, my dearest Aria, for the complete lack of energy in my voice. However, um, that is your explanation, and that is going to be the explanation for um, the people of the PB. It's very hot outside and simple.
yeah, it's hot.
It's not
Um,
just hot, it's very hot.
well, um, before we jump in, I do have a bit of a longer preamble today. Just because there's a lot to go over. Some of this I pulled for myself, but a lot of this is thanks to the efforts of our wonderful stat team. So huge shout out to them. Thank you
Hell
for
yeah.
uh, everything you've pulled together, not just for today, but for over the course of the season. Uh, honestly, like I said it in like the private channel, but the streams just it wouldn't be the same way to open a stream without you guys. Um, but to start off, first thing we'll be taking a look at is the minor league bye race. The cake is pretty much baked in terms of the actual playoff berths. All six of them are already clinched. All that's really left to decide is who will be getting those two coveted byes. Though everybody is technically still in the race, our main focus will be on the three frontrunners, all tied at 59 wins and 4 games ahead of their closest rival. Bruce City and Louisville have been fighting for the top seed all season, with them looking to be the most secure locks for the byes. However, a big win streak from the Firehawks earlier this week launched them into contention. On recent form, the Firehawks carry a 3 game win streak into today, and Louisville have won 8 of their last 10. The Bears, meanwhile, are just 500 over that same stretch. Firehawks will be traveling to Milwaukee, aka Bruce City, for our first series today, in what could very well decide the seeding battle and bragging rights in the West Division, since both teams then face non-playoff squads in their second series. Lemurs aren't so lucky in their schedule, facing off against outside bye contenders and playoff teams Chicago and Kansas City. So that's where our attention will be in the minor league for today. At least in terms of the teams. We'll go over some individual pursuits later on. But first, shifting over to the majors in the Legends Conference. The Legends West division race is more or less all done but the crying. Boise needs to win all of their final 6 games, while San Antonio loses all of their final 6. Not to mention the Raptors would then need to win the final game 109 against their rival. They also both have the same remaining schedule, just on reversed days, which is good for Boise. They'll benefit from playing relatively weaker Legends West teams, Vancouver and Toronto, so they could conceivably make that 6-game run. Unfortunately, it's bad for them because San Antonio will have 6 opportunities to get 1 win against those same teams. So, barring a miracle, we can expect San Antonio to be clinching within these first couple of games. But also in the Legends, we have a seeding battle among the 2 wildcard teams. The New York Voyagers currently leading by 2 games over Outer Banks. And that has some big implications, because the eventual winner of that battle will get the opportunity to have an advantage over the eventual Legends West winner, which is projected to be in favor of that wildcard team, while the one who comes out behind has to drag themselves to Providence to face possibly the best team in the league. So very important to get that 3 seed, possibly. Anything can happen in the playoffs, but you definitely would rather be facing the Legends West winner over Providence. Moving over into the Champions, we'll take a look at a smaller race first, that being the Champions East race. We won't be following that too closely in our coverage because it's primarily for bragging rights and home field advantage in their eventual playoff matchup. But Nashville does currently hold a 4-game advantage over Indianapolis heading into today's games. There's a gap for the Apex to drive into, but the Stars are looking to shut the door fast, especially as their final series of the season will be against each other. Tune up for both teams as they get ready to face one another in the playoffs. Looking at our main event today, the Champions Wildcard Race. That is a battle for the final playoff spot, most likely in the league. The Lunar-based Space Rangers are your current frontrunners at 50 wins, with their remaining schedule consisting of a Nashville team fighting for their division and a Detroit squad just looking to get over the finish line and leave this season to history. Their competition are the New Orleans Rougarous, sitting just a game behind, and the Death Valley Scorpions a further 2 behind them. These West Division teams will play each other in the first series today, which is likely to set the tone for their playoff bids. However, New Orleans has an easier road at the end, facing off against a league-worst Seattle team, while Death Valley rounds out their final regular season road trip in Cancun, a team that's already clinched the top record in the conference. There's a lot on the line on a grander scale as well. For Lunar Base, they could end the longest playoff drought in the team's history, but falling here would extend it to the 3rd longest appearance drought suffered by any team. New Orleans is looking to surge forward and avoid tying their own longest playoff drought, while Death Valley is trying to prop the window open one last time to maintain the longest active playoff streak, or cede that honor to New York.
Really?
Longest currently active one.
Which team is that again?
Death Valley.
Death Valley. How long?
I didn't write down the number.
Damn.
I think if they manage to make it, it'll be their 10th in a row. But if they fall, then that longest active streak would pass to New York, who I believe have already made their 9th.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
will the Space Rangers launch themselves to the playoffs for the first time in 14 years? Will the Rougarous eclipse the moon and end their own curse? Or will the evil empire of Death Valley sting once again?
The evil empire is funny.
That's a deeper poll. That's a deep poll, because Death Valley has old school Death Valley was the powerhouse in the PBE.
Gotcha.
So let's move on to some individual pursuits. October, do you want to read out all of the milestones that Punk posted in SimCord? I feel like I've been talking a lot. I want to give you or that Cord
No.
Uptown Cord posted all of the typical milestones we do on a stream.
First of all, no, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm totally fine. Just being here as is. It's nice listening to someone else, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
but also in in terms of where is it? Uh, where is it? Where's the stat team thing?
Here I'll ping
Oh,
you.
wait, here it is. I
Oh,
found
you
it.
found it? Okay.
It's one channel. I expected it for some reason to be like at least three or four channels. It's just one channel, which is why I keep like scrolling right past it. Um, in terms of possible milestone records, the all-time record for hits,
Um,
possibly.
I'll no. Can you do the ones that
No?
Cord posted above that? I have a whole other
Oh,
thing written for those.
okay. Sorry, I heard punk first. That's what my brain registered.
Yeah,
Recent or
I misspoke. That's my bad.
possible?
I'm
I
sorry.
forgot. No worries. Which one? Possible or recent?
Both. You can read it. You
Both?
can
Okay.
do both of those.
Okay, good. In terms of recent milestones, for hits, both Odin Chikison and Danger Dollarson, people to look out for, with Danger Dollarson on the Detroit Demons having, or to look at, 1,500 hits, 1,500 hits for Dollarson, and 1,250 hits for Odin Chikison. Leon Rosenthal in the Indianapolis Apex getting 300 second base hits, which is very fun. 750 RBIs to Alpha Nerd, as well as 600 to Zen Bobrist, both on the same team, which is like also really fun in its own way. 400 stolen bases for Jackson Love on the New Orleans Rougarous, same with 125 wins to Maurice Bernard on the same team. The slots also see a person, their very own Hiccup Prentice Haddock the third, getting 1,250 strikeouts, right?
Yep.
Or strikes.
Strikeouts.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And 1,000 strikeouts for Taco Bell on the Seattle Sea Serpents, with 200 home runs going to Peter Dawson's third of the Boise Raptors. Possible milestones on this very day include 1,000 hits, both for Edward McKinley, who is three away, and Chris Jones, who is two away. Go BX. 600 runs to Stewart on the Indianapolis Apex, blah, with four away. I said runs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And 600 RBIs for Victor Cortez for the Cancun Toros, who has been, I think, still on the home run streak, right?
Uh, big home run. I think still the home run leader. I think he's cooled
Mm-hmm.
off a bit down the stretch,
Mm-hmm.
but still very good. A lot of home runs this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You heard it from her. I'm not gonna repeat. Four away from 600 RBIs, five SBs, stolen bases for Chicago Montalban on the Death Valley Scorpions, who is three away. 125 possible wins possible for Maurice Bernard from the New Orleans Rigorous. Um, wait, what? I just realized something.
What's up?
Recent milestones and possible milestones.
Oh,
125 wins.
yeah, that one might have been not updated.
Which one is it? I'm confused.
Here, I'll look. You can keep going.
Okay, thank you. Joe Random and Joe Random and Remy LeBeau, both for strikeouts possible. Joe Random with one away for the Providence Crabs, and Remy LeBeau five away for the Detroit Demons. And now, three innings pitched, three people possible for 1,750 innings pitched, being Calm Chicken of the Indianapolis Apex, three away, Dash Jackson of the New Orleans Rickaroos, who is also three away, and Ryan Lee of the Cancun Toros, who is six away.
And Maurice Bernard did reach 125 wins last
Mhm.
time out, so congratulations to Maurice Bernard.
I wonder if maybe that was someone else supposed to be there.
Um, well, I'll take a peek at the Rougarous pitching staff stats. Split to career. Nope, no one else is close to that mark for their career.
Okay, probably either like
Yeah, just a little oopsie. A lot of data to
maybe it
work
was
with.
someone else. Maybe it was someone else.
Dunno. But
We're not gonna be looking.
those are all. No, I'd have to look over everybody, and that we don't have time for
I'm
that.
not. I'm not going to attempt to ask you to do that.
I mean, I know how, but it's just like, there are other things we've got to do today, including some grander achievements, some other individual pursuits. In terms of minor league stolen bases, for the career, Cal Kovac achieves the top mark with 368, with an opportunity to build on that record today in a career that spanned Louisville and the resurgent Puerto Rico Ranas. Single season stolen bases, however, the second-year speedster Vecna Whatsit of the California Firehawks has the opportunity to enter some rare company today. 3 steals would make them just one of 3 players and only one of 4 times in minor league history to have a rate of 1 steal per game or better. Though well shy of the top mark set 4 years ago and the number 2 mark set 56 years ago, it's a record within striking distance if Whatsit returns for another year of minor league play. Heading up into the majors, we have 2 players to talk about. The first, Sting Eucliffe. The veteran Eucliffe has 2 top counting stats to his name. Doubles, at 490 doubles, Eucliffe is currently tied for number 2 all time, and one double hit today would turn that tied number 2 rank into an uncontested number 2. Then, looking at career hits, Eucliffe is already the modern record holder, with the only 2 ahead of him being Season 1 players. So his 1835 plus however many hits he gets today will be extending his own lead in the modern PBE era. Although, there is an outside chance that if he swings the bat very well in Death Valley's playoff push, he could get the 11 hits he needs to reach number 2 all-time. But if we're going to talk about people getting hits, we have to talk about Grail Traveler's pursuits this season. In terms of counting stats, Traveler is well on pace to break the single-season record for hits. Heading into today, he sits at number 4 with 161 hits, and he needs just 4 more knocks to tie Thomas Rose's 165-hit mark set in S28, and 5 hits in the remaining 6 games will break it. But more historically, GT is pursuing the ultimate batting title, one that has been unchallenged since Hall of Famer Vic Thunder took it 60 seasons ago. This is the single season batting average record.
Wow.
Through 100 games, which is the sample that Vic Thunder faced, Traveler actually did beat Thunder by just under a point of average, hitting a 376-2 over a 375-3 that was Thunder's mark. However, it's those crucial 8 extra games we play in the modern era that Traveler now needs to survive to take the crown. With 6 of those games left to play, it may as well be tied. Thunder has the ever so slightest of leads, a matter of .000017. In other words, Traveler has to overcome just under 2/100ths of a point of batting average today in order to break the record. But keep in mind, it's a rate stat. Just hitting good is not going to cut it today. Assuming GT gets 25 ABs today, which is about average for the season he's been having, he'd need 10 hits to get the record. So yes, on average, he'll need to hit about 400 today. So, he's proved himself worthy over the old sample size, and he's very likely to set the modern record regardless of what happens today. But does Grail Traveler have what it takes to knock down a PBE legend? It's something we'll be keeping an eye on today.
Hey, let's hope so. Makes for interesting content.
Absolutely. I have, so I don't have a little peek behind the scenes. I don't have, I usually have just a note pinned on my second monitor that's like the schedule today. Today, that is the playoff race just overall who's still in it, their current win totals and everything. And I have a second note that is just those three players we talked about, Vecna Whatsit, Sting Eucliffe, and Grail Traveler, and all of their stats that we're going to be keeping an eye on that I can live update.
Smart, smart.
But yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and shift us over into the game. No games on the 8th. We'll move forward to the 9th. And what I was thinking today, since Bob Ross did put up the prediction for a single game, I'm thinking we watch San Antonio at Vancouver, see if we get a clinch there. If that, I think so. Let's go ahead and hop into that one. Make sure we're all good. I'll keep BNN on because we're not gonna directly watch any other games today. Or at least for this sim day. But yeah, I feel like I've been talking a lot. October, do you want to lead us off?
Do you still want to chat?
I could do with some water.
Okay. Then I'll do our lead off hitting, so to say.
All right. Well, now that you all know the matchup we'll be doing with the prediction, I'll give you all another minute before we get started. It'll be Andy Beans
Let's
on the
see.
mound against Anthony Stover. I think
Will the
we're
first game have a frame with 4+ runs? Oh.
ooh, that's an interesting one.
So, okay. So we're basing it off of my usual chaotic starts to streams. Got it. Um, that is what our thing is currently.
Lemon, what? I mean, I love Sleepy too, and it's a wonderful day for that. But what did I ever do to you? Me knowing full well I DM'd him about performing the ritual and giving Hannah Stream Song -3 ZR on the day.
Don't do that just yet. I want to see that happen before. Hi. Aria knows that she did indeed.
You're the one. What? No, of course not. But to avoid further discussion of my very real crimes, let's get started. You ready to go, October?
Oh boy, am I ever.
All right, I'll get you started.
That wasn't sarcasm. That wasn't sarcasm. That was me being extremely tired and swing and a miss for, I believe that's Prestuckley Jr., yep. And now pitching Andy Beans. By the way, players have been named later, swings and hits it, but unfortunately the hit goes straight to center field. Les Skoden. I was about to say Skoden for some reason, probably Skoda. Over back to the pitcher and over the first base from Andy Beans. A 2. His first base, McLovin Jr. Hits it straight over to shortstop is Pierre Phillip, who gets out on the first play. And Ashton Lansdale gets on base after rolling through second, who I believe dived for it, right? Yeah.
Looked like it.
I don't remember who dived, I think it was second? That's gonna be a walk for Hirishikesh. McLovin Jr. swings that, hits it over to shortstop, and that'll be a double play, retiring the side. Unfortunate for the Vandals. Yeah, Stetson Laramie is hit with strike number 3. This is going to be Hit. No, this is gonna be a hit. Oh, oh no! That's gonna be dropped from the pitcher, and that's gonna be an error, as that will be they'll put. Oh wait, a walk as well. Full count. 1 and 2. And that'll be a double play to retire the side now. At least they're not running from third to the, I think, Vancouver side. And straight over to shortstop. Not shortstop. Right field is Slugs. Jean-Jacques Francois, Jacques-Jean Jr. over to first. No. Stopped just in time. Jet fuel. Up and ooh, just dropped in front of center field. Runs to second and is holed up on second now. Steven Strange up to bat, swings and hits over the first, and that'll advance the runner. No, it won't. It'll be my bad. It'll be out number 3. My bad. Trey Monopolitsky swings and does not hit. No contact. It would have advanced the runner, though. That was the, I think, why I said that. Anyways, Quiet Whittle pulls up on first. And that'll be, oh my god. He's thrown out after running for a second. And that'll be out number 3. Wasn't even close, yeah. Or Press Duckley, or yeah, out number 3, Press Duckley Jr. retires. Jared Kiso rolled over to second baseman, thrown over to first. Pierre Phillip, top of the lineup again. Goes over, running to second. Wow. Ashton Lansdale swings and misses. 2 outs for Hrishikesh now. Hits it. Light contact. Goes over to third, and that's from third to first. Alright, yeah. Third to first. And player to be named later swings, hits it, goes straight through third, and he'll hole up on first. Les Skoden hits it up, and that's over the left field, unfortunately. Runner going back, jet fuel on first still. Going to second, unfortunately jet fuel not jet enough. Reached Mach 1, needed to get to Mach 3. Stetson Laramie, no one on, 2 outs. That's going to be over that of the first. Going to second, going to third! Going to third! No! Unfortunate.
So Slot's base running is interesting today.
Yeah. Very interesting. McLovin Jr. swings and misses. Strike 3 for Atlas Slugs. And next up, Jacques-Jean Francois Jacques Jr. Another strike 3, and he's out. Last half inning with y'all. Strike 3. Nice frame job by Hrishikesh, apparently. That was Turret Ferguson gerrymander as well, swinging with the cutter on the 0-2. 3 pitch, perfect. That'll be a hit. Belted straight over to left field, and now, Aria, you ready to take over?
Yep, back half of this game, scoreless. Jet Fuel will lift it into center field, caught by, that's Duckley Jr. out there. Steven Strange will have a line drive up the middle for a single. 1 out, 1 on for Jared Kiso as Strange goes for second and makes it our first stolen base of the day. Kiso with the runner in scoring position, the go-ahead run, and puts it down in left field. Runner will go for home and make it, put a run on the board for the Vancouver Vandals. They lead this game 1-0 at the Thunderdome. Top of the order for the Vandals, Pierre Phillip, well struck to center field, but it will die at the track. Ashton Lansdale's ground ball to shortstop, able to range over forward and make the play at first. 1-0 in favor of Vancouver. Troy Numpolitsky line drive over to first will make the first out of the inning. Wyatt Whittle ground ball to short, and the play made at first over in Toronto. Boise keeping themselves alive at the minute, leading 1-0. Press Duckley Jr. ground ball, just barely not quick enough to make that an infield hit, as Nashville and Lunar Base are tied at 3 as well. Rishikesh puts it down in left field for a leadoff single. Who was that leading? I can't go back. Oh well. Glovin Jr. swings at the Anthony Stover screwball for strike 3. Make that 5 for Stover on the day. This pitch kicks away from the catcher Rishikesh, and the catcher Ferguson. Rishikesh is the one advancing to second. Atlas Slugs down on strikes. Ground ball from Jacques Jean Jr. will retire the side. 3 innings to go. San Antonio needs to find 1 to tie it. Death Valley is leading 4-3 in New Orleans as player to be named later gets a lead-off walk. Player to be named later goes for second and makes it this time. The first successful stolen base for the Sloths today. Les Scoden, ground ball back to the pitcher, will advance the runner, trading an out for a runner on third. Stetson Laramie, a well-struck fly ball could score the runner. Line drive, base hit, that'll work too. San Antonio ties this game off the bat of their first baseman, Laramie. Turd Ferguson will be retired on strikes. Andy Beans notching number 6 of the day. These starters both going deep into this ball game, and Beans will get Mander swinging as well. Bottom of the order up for the Vandals will be Jet Fuel heading back to the dugout after being sat down by Stover. Steven Strange, a line drive into center field, falls into the glove of Duckley Jr. Johnny Tatum will enter the game for the Sloths and retire Kiso on strikes to end the 7th inning. Alan Greer will face off against Andy Beans once again. A pulled fly ball into left will be out number 1, courtesy of Jet Fuel. 4 pitches to Troy Monopolitsky will put the DH aboard. And Wyatt Whittle retired on strikes as New Orleans explodes for a lot of runs at Full Moon Stadium. Press Duckley Jr. will go down on strikes as well. Jackson Kidd enters the game and collects a pair of Ks. Bottom of the 8th, top of the order for the Vandals. Pierre Phillip with a ground ball hit through the left side of the infield, making him 2 for 4 on the day. Prolific base stealer, he goes for it. No throw will be made. So the go-ahead run now back in scoring position for the Vandals. Ashton Lansdale strikes it hard into right field. Going for home is Phillip, and he'll make it. Lansdale, an RBI single, advancing to second on the throw. Rishikesh will keep the line moving, puts it down in left center field, and another RBI single as Vancouver takes the lead even further. Glovin Jr. pop fly into right field will be caught by Mander. Atlas Slugs also sends it over to right, but not able to range over for it. DH has himself a double. Toronto leading over Boise now in the 8th inning in that game. Jacques Jean Jr. keeps the line moving as well. A flurry of hits for the Vandals, and 3 runs on the board, still with runners on the corners and just 1 out. Jet Fuel, another single, another run on the board, still now 2 aboard. And that over will hit, as I believe it was 4+ runs in a single frame. Yep. Steven Strange drives it to center and will finally make the second out of the inning. 2 outs, 2 on for the shortstop Jared Kiso. Tries to check his swing, but it will be strike 3 called. As Boise gains the advantage back over Toronto, San Antonio has their last chance to end things right here and now. Player to be named later will be cut down by Jackson Kidd. Les Scoden faces the same fate. 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts for the reliever. Make that 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Now facing Turd Ferguson, who puts a base hit down in center field. That brings the tying run to the on-deck circle. Can San Antonio keep the line moving with 2 outs? Manders retired on strikes, and that will end the ball game. Vancouver, your winners 5-1. Meanwhile, at the Lodge, Toronto has a pair on, trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 8th. We'll see how that game ends shortly. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the decision. Jackson Kidd gets the win. Johnny Tatum the loss. Andy Beans, your player of the game. I'll save and send out these box scores, and then I'll take a quick moment to update my notes and let you all know where things stand. Damn, girl, all that preparation, you still forgot to put the PBE box score tool on your toolbar.
I'm sorry, I should have reminded you.
No. All right, so the box scores are being sent out. Let's take a look at all these scores. Let's see. Outer Banks is one we're following. They get a win today. Providence gets to win number 70. That draws Outer Banks closer to New York in that Legends East race. Boise gets the win and San Antonio the loss. So Boise is still alive in this playoff race. Down into the champions, Cancun doesn't get a win. Detroit defeats Indy. Lunar gets the win over Nashville, and New Orleans gets the win over Death Valley. So as things stand, Lunar Base still leading by 1 in that wild card race. Death Valley falls 1 further back with 5 to play. Down in the minors, Brew City will get the win over California, giving them a slight advantage in this race for the bye. Let's see. Amarillo defeated State College. Kansas City got a win. And Louisville got the win as well. So it will be California now 1 game back from the bye positions. And with that, that does eliminate Chicago from having a chance at the bye. They're going to the playoffs, and they were a very outside chance to get a first-round bye anyway, but that officially eliminates them from that contention. Now let's
Congrats, you get to focus on next year.
or get to focus on the playoffs. But this game wasn't epic. I was just looking at scores. I did not realize this game went 2 games. So let's see. Who are we looking at? Let's take a look. Vecna What's It picked up stolen base number 106. Now just 2 shy of that 1 stolen base per game mark. Sting Eucliffe in Death Valley. 2 for 3 day. All singles. So let's go ahead and add to that hit total. Now 8 shy of that number 2 mark. And the big one in Providence. Grail Traveler 2 for 4. That's a good pace. Puts the average up to 376. Now, let's see. Think we can do both triples as well. Oh my, both triples. Okay.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. See, that's the thing about Traveler's season. It hasn't just been these like cheap singles. He's not even in contention for having the most singles in a season. He's been doing this. He's got like, I think that puts him up to like 63 extra base hits on the year. It's a lot. He's had an amazing year. But yeah, I sent all those out, so let me go ahead and save. At this point, you only there's any real stakes. I mean, Yeah, but they're so close that watching a game right now doesn't really mean anything. So that's one we'll more keep an eye on. I don't think there's really one that we want to focus on. The only one that I think we can really focus on is still that, like, in terms of clinching anything, is the San Antonio Boise one. And Traveler isn't quite close enough that I'd want to head to Providence to possibly watch history be made there on the hits record. If he does have a 3-hit day, I'll absolutely eat my words.
Mhm.
But I think for today, I think we can do a real-time sim today. 2 to tie, 3 to take it. Yes. I think what we'll do is a real-time sim, and we'll just flip around a few different games. We'll start. We'll start in Toronto, with Boise at Pathfinders, and then we can flip down. We can flip down and watch one of these two games as well. So we can leave this prediction up because technically, yeah, New Orleans Lunar minor league seeding is all we should watch, or RTS like on opening day to watch Grail's hit record or Cortez for Triple Crown. Is he chasing? Ooh, yeah, you know what? I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a real-time sim for today. Which means we won't technically be watching a single live game, so we can leave this prediction up for the next game we focus on, which could be the third sim day today or possibly the fourth. But yeah, we'll do a real-time sim today.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's paused. And let's start in... you know what? Let's start with Death Valley, New Orleans. Because those are both two teams still fighting for a playoff spot. Sim speed. Okay, now let's jump into this game here. And whenever we switch games, we can just change who's commentating, if that's fine with you.
Sure.
When I did this on opening day, I was the only one on stream, so I didn't have to consider that. Sorry.
No, no worries. Don't worry about that.
But let's go ahead and start here at Full Moon Stadium. We'll watch a few innings of this one and then flip around, see what else is going on. And I will lead us off here. And what I will do, I'll switch to overall wide camera as Mellow Mystere is on base with a single. And we'll just keep the wide camera until we go back to anything, because that's always viewable, if not perfect. So, Mellow Mystere aboard, another prolific base stealer, going for it, but cut down by Tater McCheesy. So a chance there squandered by Mystere. It'll be Montalban, who works a walk on the 10th pitch of the plate appearance. 1 out, 1 on. Montalban will go for it and gets the stolen base. That's a personal career milestone that he's chasing. Launch angle facing off against Bernard. Going deep into the count as well and getting a single into left field. Runner had to check up. Montalban will not go for home, but through 3 batters faced, Bernard has already thrown over 20 pitches. And an opposite field knock for Stell will put the first run of the game across. Death Valley leading early, 1-0. 2 on, 1 out for Bandit Healer. A nice jumping play by shortstop. I feel like those usually go over the head. That's Malcolm Kell making that play. Euclid will pop this up in the infield. Catcher will put the squeeze on it. So, through the first half inning, Death Valley leads by 1. Jackson Love leads off against John Whitman, puts it on the ground, and an error, a leadoff error, will put the batter aboard. Charge that one to the shortstop. Boucher retired on strikes. Trezo McTater will watch as Jackson Love makes it to second safely. 0-1 count for the DH. Ground ball misplayed, it looks like, by the shortstop, and then kicked by the center fielder. So a second error will put Jackson Love across. It's a tie game. Predictions are closing soon. Well, we're not going to watch all the way through this one, so it's... I mean, unless you want this one to be the prediction game, as Air Yordong drives it deep into right center field for a home run, and that makes it a 3-1 ball game. McCheesy, 1 out, nobody on, line drive to center, caught by Sluggerton. Malcolm Kell, who had that jumping play at shortstop, will put it well over the head of his counterpart and have a 2-out knock. Sidney Johnson popped up in the infield. The bottom of the first will end the same way the top of the first did, F2. Bottom of the order up for the Scorpions. Ground ball over to shortstop, thrown out at first is Greenshola Quilfan. Stoller Rule, swing and a miss. The Maurice Bernard cutter sends him back to the dugout. Slime Sluggerton, ground ball too short, will retire the side. Rougarou's bats coming up. Thibault Lefebvre, Axel Babineau, then back to the top. Lefebvre down on strikes. Whitman blew a fastball by him. Axel Babineau, opposite field knock. So 1 on with 1 out for Jackson Love. 0 for 1 thus far today. Make that 0 for 2 as he's retired on 3 pitches. AJ Boucher, Healer got away but kept it in front of him. Looks like a hit and run, but a shallow fly ball to right will be the end of the inning. We'll go through one more inning here with the top of the Death Valley order up. Mellow Monsieur will be retired on a close infield play. Montalban, fly ball into shallow right center, will be handled by the second baseman. Boucher ranging out for it. Launch angle, gets a good launch angle on that one, just barely going off the top of the wall, not going over. Make it a double for the first baseman. Stell, driven towards center, but caught. Be the heart of the Rougarous order up for the last half inning we'll spend here for now. McTater swings and misses. Whitman collecting strikeout number 4 on the day. Air Yordong had a home run last time up. Will watch strike 3 this time up. Healer frames it well. And Tater McCheesy with 2 outs. First pitch swinging over the head of the first baseman. So possible rally if Malcolm Kell can keep the line moving. Well struck, but into Sluggerton's glove. And let's go ahead and take a look around the league here. Who else can we keep an eye on? Let's see. Boise keeping themselves alive, but it looks like San Antonio is handling business in Vancouver so far. Let's see. The only other game we can really watch with playoff implications is Nashville Lunar Base. Or we can head down to the minors, where we could watch some of California Brew City. That's close, entering the 4th. What do you think? Who do you want to talk about for 2 or 3 innings?
I mean, what's the second option?
Either California Brew City or Nashville Lunar Base. Who do you like?
Yeah, probably talk about a minors game. We've already talked about 2 majors games.
Sure.
We should probably show the minors some love at least, right?
Yeah, that's good logic. Let's head
Like-
to the tap house then.
Otherwise, we'd feel a little too, biased.
Yeah, unfortunately, the most interesting team race is in the majors because the minor league buys aren't that important in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, this is one we can go for because these are 2 teams that are directly fighting for that buy as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to take them, I don't know, through the 6th or 7th inning, whatever you want to do.
Probably through the 6th if it's not interesting, and through the 7th if it is.
Oh, but Bob Ross, That's kind of what I was saying, that we were going to be doing whip around coverage, so there wasn't really going to be a live game.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to leave it open until the next like full live game we do, we can do that. Or
I like that idea most.
because we will do another like full live game, but we don't. I mean, it just won't be fair to pay this one out because people didn't really know what they were betting on. But yeah, whenever I'll go ahead and unpause and all you.
All right, and let's do it. The Bears up pitching as Real Games gives up a double. That will be Coleman Carver getting 14th second base this season. Ashton Fox hits that high, but not deep enough as the shortstop just backpedals over to it casually. That will be Sankara. Interesting. And watching that one fly by is Dwalling?
Yeah, dual ing.
Dwalling. Matt Gamble, swing, miss, and that is a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Damn. And unfortunately, 2 base runners, 0 scores, as California stays with the 1-0 lead. Brew City up next. Yes, no, up. Hits that. Rolled over to shortstop, unfortunately, that'll be an out. Out number 1 for Brew City as we go over to Thomas Sankara. And, ooh, barely safe. Thomas Sankara held up on first for Akiyama. Akiyama swings and hits that into the gap. Nope, not quite. Center fielder there. Sankara still there. And, ooh, barely safe again. Infield single for Swiffer Sweeper. Drops in front of right field. Can he go home? He can! And that'll be an RBI single by Calvin Shancy. Tying this game right now. Bruce City. And that'll drop in the shortstop's glove with Majima getting the play. Now Slim Mahogany over to second base, and Surfer Sweeper will make a good play to Tori. Or, yeah. And that'll be picked up by first base. What's it? Getting out. And another out, go to Majima. That'll be a deadlock still as we head into the bottom of the 5th. And career minor leaguer, showing why being a career minor leaguer is kind of fun. Strike 3, watching that one go on by is River Tori. And up next, we have Sackboy, unfortunately not sacked. Not sacking that one. That'll be also, I think, be out number 2, yeah. Yes, no. Liner over the first. And they'll retire the side. 1 on, no runs. I've got a dumper leading off for the California Firehawk. Swings and hits that over that of the second baseman. And holds up on first for Coleman Carver, who has 1 on. Hits it over to the pitcher. Beats out! Yeah, beats it out! Throw over to Tori, not in time. On 1 and 2, that'll be a swing and a miss for Ashton Fox. Now over to Dwalling. Hits it through second. Unfortunately, not going to go to third. Bases are loaded for, what? Wait, what?
Sorry, I just caught the animation. The I think that second base who's throwing it back to the pitcher just kind of like lobbed it in the air for no reason.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It took me a second. I was like, what? Matt Gamble from sacrificed himself for I've got the dumper. And that'll be out number 3, California retired, getting number 2 in this interesting game. Oh! Sliding catch for Fox in center field from Sankara. Sankara's bat. Akiyama fly out to, or fly ball, yeah, no, fly out, never mind. To right field, drops in front of right field this time for Swiffer Sweeper. Slides into second. Batter is on second for Calvin O'Shaughnessy. Hits it, and ooh, that'll be an easy out. Unfortunately, the Bears aren't able to do much. Do you think this is interesting enough?
Yeah, it's definitely still a good close game if we want to. You know what? Let's see what else is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Heading back up to the majors. Cancun up big. This game's quite close. We got close games between the Legends West teams. New Orleans is up pretty big there. Here, let me take a peek real quick here. Traveler 0 for 3 thus far. Not going to get the record today. And definitely not the kind of game you need if you're chasing a record. Real quick, I'm actually just going to... Okay, so real-time sim has to exit for that. I'm going to just finish the day off with Nashville Lunar Base because it's getting a little windy outside, and I'd like to save the game a little more often. So I'll just run us through the end of Nashville Lunar Base to end this day out. That is an aggressively wide camera angle as Emilian Vega will be on with 2 outs.
The type of camera angle you expect from, the type of camera angle to, for MLB The Show, not for
yeah, MLB
TV.
The Show camera angle. As Narukami will go down on strikes. Jimmy Lumber up facing off against Matt Hunter. Pop fly, but not able to find it in the lights, I guess. Lost it in the rafters of Tropicana Field. I don't know. CJ Levine will lay down a sac bunt to move the runner. That's the tying run into scoring position for Valor III. Gets the ball down in left field for a base hit. Runners on the corners. Potential sac fly opportunity for Slate Gray. As the double steal goes off, and it's a... So, I think the intent was that was a steal of second, and then it got thrown into center field. And then the runner advanced to home. I don't think that was actually a double steal. The infield in, and they get the runner going for home on the ground ball. So we're tied at 4 now at the Sky Dome as Raniero lifted into right center and be called out. Snack Reacher enters for the Stars. Line drive into left is caught by Slate Gray. Clark Max not able to get it around his counterpart. Not worth the first will be aboard on a 5-pitch walk. AJ Justice up, ground ball 6-4. Not going to be able to turn 2 on this occasion. So runner on first, 2 outs for Duke Newsome. Make that nobody on and no plate appearance for Duke Newsome, as that will be a caught stealing to end the 7th. Bobby Briggs will be in for Nashville and an out mid at excuse me, I am stumbling over my words. Cornelius George Braxton making the play, throwing it to first. Ford Lincoln Mercury will be out on the 5-3 put out. Hi, Hummus. Thank you for subbing.
Thanks for the sub, yeah.
As Michael Munson will go down on 3 pitches, we enter the bottom of the 8th, tied at 4. Duke Newsome, the cleanup hitter, will be leading off on this occasion. 4-3 put out will be his fate. Firefly Boy coming up. Snack Reacher still in for Nashville and collecting a strikeout. Durian Cragg, ground ball over to short, and the play made out by a step. Final inning of regulation. Thank you also, Musha, for subbing. Top of the 9th, Ian Song retired on strikes. Swing and a miss. Cornelius George Braxton getting a second one. A diving stop by A.J. Justice will be an infield hit for his counterpart, Jimmy Lumber. C.J. Levine down on 3 pitches from the lefty. Del Valle third, puts it down in center field. That will move the runner over to third. The throw over to third will allow Valor third to go to second. A lot of seconds and thirds in that sentence. 2 outs, runners in scoring position for the hot-hitting Slate Gray. Scud Muffin will try and put out the fire, and put out the fire he does, collecting strikeout number 50 on the year and giving Lunar Base the chance to walk things off their go-ahead game-winning run at the plate. And now standing on first, Polly Wag represents the winning run. Emilian Vega, the catcher, will be walked, and that moves the winning run to scoring position. Teddy Narukami in a slump right now. Well struck to center, not going to be enough to advance the runner. That'll be the first out. Top of the order up for the Space Rangers. 1 for 4 day thus far for Clark Max, as Zach Vega will try and keep things from going awry. And things may be going awry as a deep fly ball from Notworth the first may be able to win this game. Will be struck out looking. It comes down to the bat of A.J. Justice to end this game right here and now. Swing and a miss. We're going to extras in the Sky Dome. October, you want to take the 10th?
Sure. And at bat, J.B. Vernier out on first. Pitched by Scud Muffin, still fresh. Bobby Briggs. And that'll be straight over to Duke on second, yeah. I forgot positions for a second. Ford Lincoln Mercury going through second and heading into center, right field actually. Michael Munson unable to get that one into play. Duke nukes him, unfortunately unable to nuke him. Gets out on first. Firefly Boy hits it, and that'll be Briggs over to Ford Lincoln Mercury. Dorian Cragg up next. Potentially your final bat? Yep, your final bat for this time around. Now moving over to Lunar Base. That'll be, I think, not a final bat, but like,
yeah,
for the out. Final for the out.
Yeah. All right, into the 11th, Ian Sung will swing at the first pitch, put it on the ground, and be retired at first.
Sorry.
Jimmy Lumber will be walked. The go-ahead run now on base for the Stars. The top of their order, C.J. Levine, also works a walk from Scud Muffin. That will put 2 on with Valor coming up. Scud Muffin going deep into this relief outing, getting the strikeout of the center fielder. 2 outs, 2 on. Scud Muffin strikes out the last 2 batters he faces. And we're heading the bottom of the 11th. Lunar Base once again with the ability to walk this off, facing Masahiro Sato. Polly Wag, who got the rally started, I believe that was in the 9th, not able to do anything this time. Emilian Vega driven to left, but not taking very many steps is Slate Gray to make that play. Teddy Narukami with 2 outs will put himself aboard with a base hit. So possibly a chance at a 2-out rally to win it. No, as Narukami is gunned down trying to steal second. We head to the 12th. October?
Sorry. The Dilla locker room.
Oh, I try not to look at Discord too much.
It's getting out of hand. Anyways, from second to third on the full count, Nashville taking up first and second, or not so first and second, second and third, and that'll be a walk for Lincoln Mercury. Bases are loaded. Michael Munson, no outs through the was that second? I think.
Yeah, through the middle of the infield.
Yeah, through the middle infield. And now bases again loaded. Yun Sung this time, again on a full count. There'll be 2 runs for Nashville, potentially more through second, yeah. Through Duke Nukesum's glove. And that'll score another 2, by the way. And a double play! However, Sung on third. So runner in scoring position for Valor the third. Valor the third drives in from the third. And safe, Valor the third. Slate Gray still up to bat, hits it. Not quite nuked, but DVD screensaver off the back in the right field. 6 runs in for Nashville. And that one's hit. That'll end the run, JB Vernier. Ending that Nashville run. 6 runs in the top of the 12th. And Clark Max hits that! Solo home run! Answering back already! Oh, God. Out number 1, not worth a first, hitting on a full count. And, who's this? AJ Justice. Pop up into, second's glove. Duke nukes him. Chance to nuke it. Swings and misses. And Nashville comes away after 6 runs in the top of the 12th.
All right. Is that not okay? Yeah, that's the end of the real-time sim. Let me save real quick. I'll get those box scores out now. And then grab some updates for y'all on the situation. Let's see. Outer Banks picks up a win. New York picks up a win, so New York still has that 1-game lead there. Boise gets the victory, but San Antonio also winning, so San Antonio clinches the Legends West. Boise is eliminated. Your Legends playoff picture is set, except for this seeding race. Down in the champions, it'll be the Toros getting a victory over Seattle. Detroit defeated Indy. Nashville getting that victory. Now with 4 to play, that gives them the Champions East Division title, as they now have that 5-game lead over Indy with 4 to play. Let's see, and New Orleans defeating Death Valley makes that. It doesn't quite push Death Valley all the way out of that race, but they're on death's door. In the minors, Louisville will get up to 61 wins. California winds up winning that, so Louisville now has that uncontested 1 seed at the moment. Let's see. Anchorage got the win over Kansas City. Puerto Rico defeated Florida. Amarillo defeated State College. So, yeah, now the only teams who can possibly get the first-round buys are the 3 that we've been following. Louisville, Bruce City, and California. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Let's see. Vecno, what's it? They managed to get a stolen base in the time we were gone? No, so they're still sitting at 106. Checking on Death Valley, Sting Eucliffe. 2 for 4 on the day. So, swinging the bat very well, up to 1,840 hits, 6 shy of that number 2 mark all time. Still looking for that double, though. That would give them uncontested number 2. Heading over to Providence. Grail Traveler. No hits in 5 ABs. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Alright, so we can advance to the 11th. let's see. Do we want to... I don't think we need to quick sim. We could quick sim today. Because there isn't a ton... There's... I mean, I guess Death Valley is kind of on the brink.
I guess.
I don't know. Do we wanna watch Death Valley at New Orleans, or do we just want to quick sim today?
Probably what? I mean, okay. How tight is that race
Um,
between them?
Death Valley is they need to win out, and either Lunar Base or New Orleans needs to lose. No, both Lunar Base and New Orleans need to lose out for Death Valley to have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So Death Valley is more or less done. I think really the only that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think maybe today we just do a quick sim. Um or we cuz see it I don't want to yeah, let's just quick sim today. And if we miss the hit record, we miss the hit record, unfortunately. Because we do want to keep this from running too far over. So let's go ahead and just quick sim one by one, and I'll dive in and grab things as they're relevant. Providence getting the victory over New York. Grail Traveler 0 for 4. Oh no. Oh no. That's Count Crabula getting the win. 18 wins on the year, having a very good season. Randy Clone the save. Definitely not Evil Dictator the loss. Outer Banks gets the win, so they draw even with New York in the Legends playoff picture. Moving on, Boise, Toronto. Boise gets the win, but it's all for naught at this point for them. San Antonio also getting the victory there. Champions, Detroit gets the win over Indianapolis. This game is important, so Lunar Base gets the victory over Nashville, very important for their playoff charge, which then also naturally removes Death Valley from the race. So it's just going to come down to Lunar Base and New Orleans at this stage. Cancun pushed themselves up to 70 wins. And New Orleans will keep themselves even with Lunar Base. And we'll dive in here real quick. Sting Eucliffe, another 2 for 4 day with a home run. So suddenly, I mean, he still needs to hit very well, but suddenly that number 2 spot is well within reach for Eucliffe. All right, down in the minors, Florida defeats Puerto Rico. Kansas City up to 56 wins. This one's important for seeding. California gets that victory. A quick peek at stolen bases. No steals in that one, so nothing for Vecna Whatsit. State College of Amarillo. State College up to 56 wins. And Louisville getting the victory at home, going up to 62 wins. So the seeding battle in the minor league right now is now looking at Louisville 2 games to the good, California 1 game ahead of the cut line, and Bruce City sitting at 60 wins. All right, let me save. I'll fire these box scores out. Alright, and then save one more time. Advance to the 12th. Nothing going on the 12th, so we advance to the 13th. The final series of the season.
Let's say it.
Let's see. We could go Detroit Lunar Base. We could go Seattle, New Orleans. Or we could do Delos, California. We could do Louisville, Kansas City. We could go to the Delos. You know what? I think what we can do, since I'm pretty sure we're going to do a lot of... I think near the end of this stream, we could be watching a lot of games with BNN off. So I think for this one, we can do the whip around coverage one more time and see where we are with 2 games to play. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I'll put most of the focus on our minor league games. Because in the end, I don't think we'll be watching specific games just to determine who's getting a bye in the minors. So we'll do another kind of real-time sim whip-around coverage. We'll focus on the minor leagues today. What a way to find out. No. Look, just we'll start in California. So start real-time sim. Pause it there. And give a focus on the minors. Do you want to... Yeah, so let's do 3 innings. No. You know what? We'll do 2 innings in California.
Mm-hmm.
2 innings in Puerto Rico, because we do care about the Bears. Then 2 innings in Kansas City, because we're keeping an eye on Louisville. And then whichever one of these 3 games is still like good and competitive that we want to keep an eye on, that's where we'll spend the last 3 innings. And then if any of them are still running after, we'll switch over to them.
Sounds good.
All right. Do you want to you want to lead us off here?
Yeah, sure. I can watch my Delos beat out the Firehawks, and they probably won't. But hey, it's good to have an ego.
Of course. Okay, and yep, BNN will be on because it's real-time sim. Okay.
Okay, let's get into it. That'll be a hit. And unfortunately, no, the Delos' first lead-up hitter is thrown out. Del Vecchio with an out. Can Ben Martin do much? No, he cannot. Unfortunate as well. Ben Martin slid that over to first on the ground out and meaning to go. Again on the ground out. Again on a swing and a miss. I think same as the first. No, wait, the first was a grounder, same as Ben Martin. Never mind. Vecna, what's it on first now? Straight over to second. Dillo defense doing something for against Godamajima. And I've got a dumper up next, going for the steal, and that'll be a steal from Vecna Whatsit. 107 stolen bases on the season, how fun. And he's safe! Unfortunate. For the Dillos. And that'll be a nice little swinging bunt. Not really, actually.
Yeah, just kind of a slow
Successful
roller.
bunt. Successful.
I mean, it's not really even a bunt. It's just kind of
barely
how it happened.
Yeah, it was still funny. Oh, launched almost immediately! But that'll still be a run scored in California. How is Ashton Fox's doing? Dwelling. Ball 4. Almost a full count, though. Hits the one high and deep, and that goes into center field. Yeah. That one goes into the glove of left. And now, That's Jennifer Park up high and into center field. Designated hitter. Hitting pretty good, though. Anyways. Cillian O'Ray hits that and gets on first, dropping that one dropping in front of his left? Mahogany. There we go. Said it right the second time. And almost strike three, swinging and a miss for Wacko Warner. Tony Sims Jr. straight through the first and not first and second, straight through first, going for home. That'll be a score for Amarillo. Tony Sims with an RBI. And that'll be Gary Love. Unfortunate. However, tied it here in the top of the second. And that'll be Menard getting out on first. Mahogany. Trying to do a tongue twister for some reason. Anyways, gets up on first. And Vecna what's it? Going for the steal! And steals at base! Number 26 on the season now. 26. What's it? And that'll be driven into the middle of right and center. Or no, left and center! And Vecna what's it? Drives home Mahogany. I genuinely tied my tongue. Majima tries to jump for it, unfortunately unable to. Runners out in corners, Ryo got a dumper. 1 out, 2 on. Can that be? Nope, unfortunately unable to be launched any farther than the infield. As Del Vecchio grabs it. That's up high, and that's in deep! A 381-foot home run, 3 on. Wow. Tossed over to first. And Ashton Fox is out, ending that run.
All right. Well, that was a fun 2 innings in California. Let's head on over to Bruce City and Puerto Rico. We'll stay here. Looks like they're just entering the 4th, so we'll stay here through the 5th. And then take you over to Kansas City for the Lemurs Hepcats game. Salvatore puts it on the ground. Mark Jackson retires him, coaxing a ground ball. Another ground ball from Sack Boy will be a 6-3 putout. Brings up yes, no, 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch swinging. Slow roller scoots just past the shortstop Vicarian. Thomas Sankara will line out, and this time Vicarian can make the grab. He'll retire his counterpart. Head to the bottom of the 4th will be Ulysses Bellion the second. Driven high, driven deep, driven into the stands. It is gone. The Ranas are on the board. Can we just check major scores before we go into the next game? Yeah, sure. Andrew Berry Jr. will make it back-to-back home runs. This is the reason Agnes Digital will be a hitter next season. Brian Bleeker on the ground will make the first out of the inning. AJ Coleman ground ball past the diving second baseman for a base runner with 1 out. Shepard Vicarian, fly ball into right is handled by O'Shaughnessy. Taylor Wuffel will strike out as we head into the 5th. Yoshinori Akiyama will put it in the air to right, which will be caught for out number 1. Swiffer sweeper up, works a walk on 10 pitches, and heads to first. Mark Jackson still on the mound, gets a ground ball from O'Shaughnessy, but a productive out puts a runner in scoring position. A well-struck hit from Big Boy may score it, and a well-struck hit indeed it will be, high and deep into left center field to tie the ball game. Bob's Big Boy evens it up. Career minor leaguer, a well-struck line drive, but into the glove of the center fielder. Bottom of the fifth now. Abram Johnson coming up, driven high. Is it deep enough? Over the wall. We came here and they just decided to hit 4 home runs. We gotta get out of here. We gotta let them go back to pitching. Nathan Murphy will be aboard after the leadoff home run. Kai Brummer gets a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Going to third is the second baseman, Nathan Murphy. Bowling the second past the diving second baseman, puts runners back on the corners and a run on the board. So Puerto Rico reestablishes their 2-run lead with nobody out. Ball kicks away from the catcher. That will be yes, no, being target of a wild pitch from Digital. And Digital then continues being wild, beating Andrew Barry Jr. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the fifth. Agnes Digital may be chased here. She will be, as Sloan Sinclair will retire Brian Bleeker on the slider. A.J. Coleman, a lazy fly ball into left, is handled by Big Boy. And Vicarian, fly ball into left. Big Boy retires him again. So that'll be our 2 innings here. Let's take a quick peek at the major scores of the games we're interested in. New Orleans trailing Seattle by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Lunar Base up by 2 on Detroit with a runner on and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th as well. Those are really the only 2 teams we're still keeping an eye on in the majors. I guess the Legends East teams as well in that seeding race. OBX up to 0 on Providence, and New York up to 1 on Buffalo. A quick peek here. Yeah, 0 for 2 now. Oh no. Not like that.
Hey, it'll happen eventually.
Plenty of time. Not a lot. Probably think you're probably going to need to average like 4 hits a game in your last 2, assuming that goes the way it keeps going.
Plenty of time, you know?
To find 8 hits there, at least, I think. And then we'll head over to Kansas City. We'll stay there through, I guess, through the 8th, maybe? We'll stay here through the 8th inning. And I'll hand it back over to you.
Who's you? I don't know there's another person in this call.
Well, I mean, you handed it to me. I'm handing it back. So it's like, you know, unless you've disappeared on me.
Wait, who am I? Who are you?
Oh, okay. So
No.
Owen Gambit ahead on the mound.
No! Gambit ahead on the mound, and Kif Crocker? That'll be on first for the catcher of the Kansas City Hotcats. Super Rico! Super Rico da! Will be... No, not this. Damn it, I forgot the word. They'll be out to left field. And Clement Kaepernick. That'll also be an out. And Louisville up 3-0 still. That'll be, I believe, out number 1 that was for a bird. Oh, never mind. Now Matthew Murdoch, sorry, will take over pitching. As Rice will, I believe that was a walk. On base. What Sock getting on first now? Runners on first and second for Andrew Brochacho. Brochacho, swing and a miss. Next up is Dean Love. Or Doug Love. There's a Dean Love, right?
Yeah. I might have mixed him up with Dean Ice.
Yeah, sorry. I see the D. For some reason I went Dean. Doug Love. And that'll be 2 home for Smack Miller. Runners on first and second still for Jonathan Johnson. Up high into center field. Um, Next over, Martin Walker. Swings it, hits it, high! No! Center field catches it. Montgomery up over there. Josh Kupu over to first from third, and that'll be an out. Farmier, and that's good. Caught by the wet sock of the Louisville Lemurs. Kosne Tato. She's a baseball pitcher or baseball player? That'll be an full count. I think that's an error. Yeah, an error from the pitcher while trying to scoop that one up. Montgomery up high, and that's Walker able to catch that, I believe. Gabzu hits it over to right field. And that'll be St. John with the catch. Swings and misses. James Rice unable to capitalize on Takasne Teto being on first. And that'll go between the legs of first as Dominique Castillon will get on first. Gandalf the Grey hits it up and over to Wet Sock again. Retreating back to first, Castillon. Thomas St. John hits it up and over to Wet Sock again. Wet Sock's getting a lot of action. Why is the Wet Sock getting action? Kiff Crocker. Crocker? I don't know.
I'm gonna choose to not say. I'm gonna choose not to say anything.
Say it.
No,
Why?
not stream appropriate.
Type it to me. And while you do that, Super Creek gets out.
I'll type it to you after we take a quick peek around. Brew City, Puerto Rico tied up at 6. Amarillo surged back to get ahead of California. We'll probably be heading over to Cape Verde there. First, we'll take a peek up here. Lunar Base gets the victory over Detroit. Other games we're taking a look at. Nashville Indies already decided. New York's got a 1-run lead on the Surge. New Orleans tied up with Seattle in the 9th. And Outer Banks, Providence. Let's take a look there. Oh, GT, I'm so sorry.
Unfortunate.
Okay, so I think that's everyone we wanted to look at there. Could see New Orleans walk it off or send that to extras, but we're giving a we're giving today to the minor leagues.
Full count 2-L. It's wow. Tied game.
Yeah, chance for
City.
Puerto Rico to really to break it open and really play spoiler for Bruce City. You know what? These games are kind of expected to end one after the other. Let's finish off Louisville and Kansas City. Then we'll jump over to Amarillo, California, see that game end. And then jump in to watch the end of Bruce City and Puerto Rico. Because the other two games, no real playoff implications, and also they're kind of blowouts.
Yeah.
So I guess well, this is just a continuation of the one you were calling, so why don't you finish it off?
Fine, I guess I will. Kidding. Wet Sock up the middle center field. Did you send me that joke you were thinking of, by the way?
Not yet, I was looking around, let me send it.
Brachacho. Oh. Productive out, though. Runner on second. Scoring position for Doug Love. Not Dean Love, because it's Dean Ice and Doug Love. Second out. And it's getting tight. Smack Miller up next. Cleanup hitter, not doing so well, though. Unfortunate. Going for a steal after a ball. That'll be a steal on third. Runner in scoring position for Smack Miller. Swings and misses. Kamenik. And that'll be an out on third. From third to first. Martin Walker hits that high and deep! Martin Walker, solo home run, gets Kansas City on the board. And that one from Kupu will be a hit on first base, or hit on first base. A hit goes to first base. Oh, whatever. Farmier took center field. And then Dominique Castillon. That'll be a walk. Oh no, never mind. Gets drilled. And that'll be over. Louisville winning 5-1 over Kansas City.
All right. It looks like both of these games are into the 9th inning now. You know what? We'll put a focus on the human teams. But what I will do is I'll just keep the Brew City Puerto Rico score up here to follow, because that game may go into extras. But first, here in the top of the 9th, Amarillo with 2 outs and Cillian O'Ray aboard. Tony Sims Jr. facing off against Johnny Hammersticks. Jumping grab by Matt Gamel. Good reaction on the hard hit line drive. California going to need 3 runs to keep themselves alive in this game. Rusty Menard will swing and miss at the Strongleman fastball. Slim Mahogany up. A slow roller over to second is the first out. Now, why did... That shouldn't be changing. I hit pause on it. But Brew City did score a run in the top of the 9th.
Well, I mean, I guess we got to watch what happens next.
Oh, Vecna high and deep into left field. That one's gone. A 2-out home run for Vecna. What's it? And that will be their 5th home run of the year. California now trailing by 2, but still down to their final out. Brew City scores another as Goromajima puts one up the middle, bringing the tying run to the plate. Can I've got a dumper dump this one into the stands? Ground ball to second, kicked by the second baseman. Del Vecchio keeps California alive, and the tying run is aboard. Coleman Carver up. Fly ball into left. This time, no errors. Ben Martin puts it away. The Dillos will defeat the Firehawks 8-6. All right, and we'll end this sim day off in wonderful Puerto Rico, as they'll be heading to the bottom of the 9th. Finish this off, October.
I will. Bottom of the 9th, first out, goes to... Who is that? I cannot read the name over the bright green.
Ulysses Ballion.
Ulysses Ballion, the second. And... That's high! That's deep! Huh?
The pop fly home run.
Huh?
Classic.
Classic Ranas. And that'll be
Oh no.
Oh no! Air for the Brew City Bears! Brian Bleeker ends up at second base. Here's Common over to right field. 2 outs. Vicarian. Can he do it? That's a walk. Never mind. Soprano up next. Potential win. No! And the Brew City Bears win by 1 run in the bottom of the ninth.
All right. Florida Anchorage is technically still on. Let's head to the majors. We're not keeping an eye on either of these teams either, so I think I'm good. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this sim now. Go ahead and save. I'll fire these box scores off. And then grab our notable changes. Outer Banks winning. New York not getting the win, so Outer Banks now has jumped New York for that number 3 seed. San Antonio improving to 57 wins. Boise we're not keeping an eye on anymore. Down in the champions, New Orleans getting win number 53. Same for Lunar Base, so they remain knotted up at 53 apiece. Let's see. Nashville up to 63. Cancun up to 71. Okay, and then in the minors, let's see. Chicago picked up a win. Bruce City got the win. Amarillo defeated California. Not looking at that one. And Louisville got the win. So with 2 to play, technically everyone in our like front runner group is still in it. No one's clinched a bye just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still up for grabs. In the Champions playoff picture, Lunar Base and New Orleans are still knotted up at 53 with 2 to play. It'd be really funny if that went to a game 109. And then in the Legends, Outer Banks now has a 1-game advantage in that seeding race. So I'll save one more time. And then real quick, I don't believe Vecnawatsit had a... oh, no, Vecnawatsit did have a stolen base that we saw, and I just didn't update on there. Heading to Death Valley. Quick peek at Sting Eucliffe. Another 2 hits on the day. No doubles. So now just 2 hits shy of that number 2 spot for career hits. So we could see something interesting. We could see something big happen today there in terms of career hits. And then did Traveler hit anything while we weren't looking? No, unfortunately. It's seeming like that that average record is probably about gone, barring 2 amazing games coming up here. All right. How about for this one? You know what? Let's go ahead and do a full game here. We'll do a full game and head to Providence. We'll watch them, see if... Let's give Grail Traveler... Let's give some good luck to Grail. Hopefully. And then for our final sim day, we'll take things game by game. So we'll do Outer Banks at Providence as our only game for today. And then we'll see how the playoff pictures look and watch games with BNN off as necessary on the 15th. That way we can also finally pay out the prediction we have going on and then have some new ones.
I agree with this idea.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that then.
Yeah, let's.
Grail break the record. No, I think, I think next full game 17 and a half plus hits. I think we keep that one.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and get this started. I'll lead us off this time. I think for the last full game, you let us off. I'll lead us off for this one.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, I'm not complaining. Whatever you want to do, I'm down.
All right, let's get things started. Make sure that BNN is on. Let's go. And, yeah, I'll let that scroll. Favorite host in the booth today? Aw, thank you. All right, it will be Iceman pitching for the Crabs, leading off for the Aviators, Bazooka Slow. Bazooka Slow puts it on the ground up the middle for a leadoff base hit, and we know Bazooka Slow likes to steal. Eschenbach stands in as Slow goes, and Slow stands on second. Eschenbach, line drive to left field, is handled by Grail Traveler. Curtis Jones watches Slow goes for third and makes it. Curtis Jones, fly ball into right center will be caught, but it is deep enough to score the runner from third. Outer Banks on the board early here at the pot. Julio Ruiz Jr., 2 outs and nobody on. A ground ball up the middle will put another base runner aboard for the Aviators. Robert Oliver, swing and a miss. Iceman retires his first, but not before giving up a run. Providence going to need to get something going early here. Paolo Zalewski faces off against Joseph Mathis Hendry. Ground ball slow roller to second, and the play is made. Grail Traveler, our one to watch, draws a walk, which, I mean, it's not an AB, so. Beryl Summers grounds into the fielder's choice, score that a 4-6. Seymour Balt's fly ball into center field will be the final out of the inning. Drop Ida 0, we don't want walks. Abe Ghosty will come up to lead off the top of the second and will ground out short to first. Angel De La Fuerte out on 3 pitches. Iceman gets him on the curve. And Kveta Folkova, ground ball to short and thrown out by a step at first.
This is like the first time.
Is the first time you're actually like seeing your player on stream in the majors?
I think.
Oh.
Or second time. Like, it's very rarely happened. That's all. That's all I can comment on. It's a very rare happening.
Yeah, you haven't really been on when we've covered any Outer Banks games.
Which is really fun.
We're gonna have runners on the corners here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second for Providence. Taiga Sejima coming up, hot hitting right now as Boy's Chest back again will go to steal second. A good hit could flip this from a 1-run deficit to a 1-run lead for the Crabs. Ground ball to third, throw to first is well in time, and that will do it. Be the top of the order up for the Crabs next time up. First for the Aviators, Speedy McFly Jr. will cut and miss on the screwball. Back to the top, Bazooka Slow had a hit and 2 steals and a run last time up. This time, a high infield pop-up will be caught by Sejima. And Eschenbach will cut and miss on the circle change. Iceman gets his 4th strikeout of the day. Top of the order for the Crabbies. It will be Paolo Zalewski driving it into center field, but a couple steps is all Slow needs to make the play. Grail Traveler up, strikes the ball well into the corner. That's going to be extra bases. A double for Grail Traveler will put him within 1 of the hit record.
Yeah. It's not. Oh, wait, no, yeah, there's a record.
And Beryl Summers will put it in the exact same place to score Traveler from second It's a 1-1 game now. Baltz will be retired on 3 pitches from Hendry. And Mayfeld will be down swinging as well. So a run comes across courtesy of back-to-back doubles from Traveler and Summers. We're through 3. Game is tied. Heart of the order coming up for the Aviators. Curtis Jones will work a walk. Luis Ruiz Jr. 3-6. Not going to turn that back to first. Just a fielder's choice on this occasion. Robert Oliver on the 1-0 count. Fly ball into right, well in range for Seymour Baltz. Abe Ghosty, ball 4 low. So 2 on, 2 outs for the DH Angel De La Fuerte. Ground ball to first, taken to the bag unassisted by Summers. That will be your top of the 4th inning. Heading to the bottom. Hurry Quake, the catcher. Driven high, driven deep, no doubter. A home run for the catcher. And that will be a 1-run lead now for the Providence Crabs at home. JD Pants up will draw a walk, low and in. Boy's chest back again. Well-struck ground ball thrown to second. Got greedy, Chess again did, and that will be an out at second, but scored a single anyway. Runner on third, JD Pants. Sagema gets a walk, not able to drive in the run, but runners on the corners now, putting the double play possibly in order for Paolo Zalewski. Swinging bunt, going for the out at second, and they get the fielder's choice. A chance for Grail Traveler to tie the record and extend his team's lead. Can he do it? Full count, and it's a walk to load the bases. It'll be up to Beryl Summers then to score the runs. No, it won't be. Passed ball will score the run from third anyway. So now just runners in scoring position. Pass ball doesn't matter. All it did was take a grand slam from the poor guy, make it a 3-run homer instead.
What?
BB Kimura will enter in relief for the Aviators as this game has gotten away from them a bit. Seymour Baltz pops out into foul territory. Heading to the top of the 5th will be Kvieta Folkova. Ground ball hit into the shift, and that will be out number 1.
Oh, no.
Speedy McFly. Fly ball into right center, ranging over forward as Baltz, and the play made. Bazooka Slow walked on a pitch that clipped the zone. Patrick Eschenbaugh will watch as he goes for stolen base number 91 and chalks up stolen base number 91. Eschenbaugh, slow roller to short. The play is made out by a step. That will be my last half inning with y'all, handing you over to October.
Go BX! Anyways, Mayfield hits it and over to left field. Unfortunately, that's not Volkova, but that is Eschenbaugh. Hurricane, strike 3. And JD Pants, strike 3 as well, out number 3. That's why I was getting confused. I was like, strike 2, out 3. Wait, no. Iceman, pitching. And that'll be an out for Curtis Jones. Julio Ruiz Jr. hits it up high, and no, unfortunately, over to center field. Only had to take a couple of steps. Robert Oliver. Oliver hits! High! Deep! Oh, barely not! And slides onto third! Barely not a home run. Like, bounced off the fence.
Off the very tip top of the wall.
And Abe Ghosty right over to the third.
Oh, Iceman knows that Oliver just missed that one.
And that'll be out number 1 for Providence. Center fielder, I did not get to read that full name, back again. With that out. Saejima Out number 2. Zalewski hits that over to... Oh! That's dropped by shortstop. Error number 1. Grail Traveler. Is
Okay.
this still able to hit it?
Chance at history.
Chance at history, folks.
Never mind. Caught
Mind.
stealing. He'll come up next inning.
Never mind. Ignore everything we just said. Angel de la Fuerte hits that over and on to first. De la Fuerte. Volkova, some random bum, will swing and miss. Strike number 3. Speeding Fly Jr. watches that one. That's a walk on a full count. Zuka Slow up next. Hits it, rolled over. And that'll be an out on second. 2 outs now. Runners on corners for Eschenball going for the steal. And that's stolen base to number 92 for Bazooka Slow.
Fourth of the day as well.
Huh?
Fourth stolen base of the day as well.
Oh yeah, fourth stolen base as well, that too. Oh! Scores 1, scores 2, running back to first. Hits that up into the corner, or into the, like, hole?
The gap.
The gap, sorry. Brain could not think. For Curtis Jones, Eschenball coming home. For the 6 here now at the pot. For Julio Ruiz Jr. Hits it high! Hits it deep! And that's off the wall!
Another one that just missed.
God damn it indeed, but Julio Ruiz Jr. on third. Robert Oliver stares at that one. That'll be a strike. Ending the OBX run in the top of the 7th. Grail Traveler!
That's...
Also off the wall! Over to third!
All right, and that is
And
the tie.
history has been made.
That's the tie. So now,
Oh, that's the tie?
yep, tied for the most hits in a single season of PBE history.
Alright, let's do this.
Well, let's. I'm not gonna add anything yet because he's still got the rest of this game and another game to make it an uncontested record. So
New record, not new uncontested record, though.
Well, tied record, yeah.
Or tied record, not tied uncontested record, though.
I mean, tied and uncontested are fundamentally incompatible.
Yeah. I'm just asking if that's not what that would be.
No, it's just a tied record for now.
Yeah.
So it would be uncontested if he can get one more.
Alright, well.
Yeah. Alright, anyway.
Let's see next game. Or, hey, maybe this game. Oh.
Sorry for the interruption.
Summers will be walked. Was that an intentional walk?
Yes, they wanted to set up the double play.
Whoa. Double play not set up. That is a ball 4. Grand slam opportunity for Mayfield. Hi. Nope. Unfortunate. Oh! Save! Grail Traveler goes on home. Runners on first and second for Earthquake. Hits it. And will it? No, it will not. They do not will it. Or no, they do will it. Still a Grand Slam opportunity for JD Pants, but, you know. And that'll be a double play! 2 runners left on. 7-5 for Providence. That'll be belted over from Abe Ghosty in a line drive to Beryl Summers. Angel de la Fuerte watches that one go on by. 4 count walk. No, 5 count walk, actually. 5 pitch walk. And that'll be between third and second. Volkova on first. How will Speeding a Fly do? And that'll be another walk. Bazooka Slaw has the opportunity of a lifetime here. Grand Slam! Oh no. But it does drop, advancing 1. Eschenball now has that chance. It's not gonna be! Aw, no. It's gonna be a sacked fly though. Super high, just not deep enough. So now, tied. Runners on first and second. Curtis Jones watches that one go on by. And that'll be out number 3 on the full count. And out number 1. Volkova grabs that for back again. I don't know what to call him. Tiger's Ejima, swing and miss. Out number 2, top of the order, Paolo Zalewski hits it over to shortstop. And Abe Ghosty retires aside.
Traveler does
Julio
have
Ruiz
at least
Jr.
one more chance to get it here.
Yeah, one more chance. For, Grail Traveler. Anyways, Robert Oliver. And is that gonna be a double play? One more inning. Or maybe not. Aw. One more inning. Or I guess not really, maybe not. They're away team. But still. And that'll be walked. Rail Traveler. Beryl Summers hits that. And that's a double play. Retiring Grail Traveler and Beryl Summers. Who is that? Seymour Baltz. Yep, Seymour Baltz hits that over the third. Goes on to first. Mayfield. Migs Mayfield. Opportunity. And that'll be a wild pitch getting over to second. Or is it a wild pitch? I didn't read that. Anyways. That'll be... Oh! Out number 3! We have extras!
Alright.
Aria.
Into
Extras.
Into the 10th, bottom of the Aviators order coming up, the DH Angel De La Fuerte, 5-3 put out, handled by the third baseman Zalewski. Volkova, a chance to come in and be the hero. Slow roller over to towards shortstop. I think second ended up grabbing it, and the play made at first. Speedy McFly Jr. lazy fly ball into right is caught. Would like to point out, Grail Traveler did have a perfect day so far today. 2 for 2 with 3 walks. Hurry Quake, a slow roller and a quick throw made by Ruiz Jr. to retire him at first. JD Pants, high deep line drive, jumping play by Bazooka Slow. A nice web gem will keep a runner off the base paths. And Boys Chest back again, swings and misses for the 11th. All you, October.
That was really quick. Bazooka Slow hits that through third base, doesn't go to second. Unable to grab that. Zalewski's cold. Oh, that's out number 1. Caught stealing. Zalewski's cold, so it's both on base and off base. Wow. Or on base and on bat. Wow. Anyways, Patrick Eschenball, strikeout on the 2-2. Curtis Jones hits that. He holds up on... Nope, doesn't hold up on first. Runs over to second. Safe on second. Julio Ruiz Jr. Tossed over to first. Providence still has the chance to end this. Holding up on first, I guess, Ejima. Paolo Zalewski hits it! And advancing runners, first and second, Grail Traveler up next! Is this history to be made? It is not history to be made. Strike number 1. Now 2 and 3. Beryl Summers, strike number 2. Or strike number 2. Oh, number 2! Seymour Bolts! And steps on plate! Third base just grabbed it and stepped on the plate. Julio Ruiz Jr. with a nice play, handing it back over to Aria.
Yeah, there's no such thing as fairy tale endings to stories like Traveler getting the record on the walk-off, but instead we'll head to the 12th. Robert Oliver retired on the ground ball. Abe Ghosty drives it high and deep towards center off the top of the wall, and that'll be a double. That's the third time Outer Banks has had those like off the top of the wall hits, just barely missing these pitches. But it is the go-ahead run in scoring position, and Angel de la Fuerte will head to first on 4 pitches from Dr. Hubert Malbec.
Come on.
Fly ball from Volkova will be handled in left. Speedy McFly Jr. coming up, 2 outs, 2 on. Gets away from the catcher. It will be a wild pitch charge to Malbec. Now these 2 runs in scoring position. McFly Jr. checks up. It'll come down to the bat of Bazooka Slow, the other superstar in this game. Driven high, driven deep. Finally gets it over the fence. It is gone. A grand slam for Bazooka Slow to give Outer Banks the lead in the top of the 12th.
Wow!
Randy Colon will enter to try and wrap up this game. Gets a ground out from Eschenbaugh. It'll come down to the Crabs needing a big rally here as their tying run is sitting in the dugout. Miggs Mayfeld, a lazy fly ball into right, will be handled by McFly Jr. down to their final 2 outs. Hurry Quake up next. This time harder hit, but once again landing in the glove of McFly. JD Pants representing the final out. Full count, slow roller to second, and play made at first. That is the end of the game. Outer Banks off the home run, the grand slam from Bazooka Slow, able to grab this one late.
Balls have been smashed in this.
Your player of the game will be Bazooka Slow. The win going to Chodigal Sun. The loss to Dr. Hubert Malbec. A blown save charge to Nathaniel Abel. Let me save, and I'll send out some box scores. Alright, now those are going. Let's update some win totals here. OBX up to 65. New York up to 64. Let me take a peek at the team versus team there. New York and OBX. Okay, so New York does have the tiebreaker over OBX. So if they win and OBX loses on the next day, then New York would still grab that 3 seed. Let's see. San Antonio, Toronto, Boise did end up losing to Vancouver. New Orleans lost, but so did Lunar Base. So both of them still at 53 wins heading into the final day. Indianapolis picking up the win over Nashville. Death Valley already out of it.
It's going to come down to a tiebreaker, isn't it?
We're going to watch both those games. I hope everybody knows we're watching both of those games.
Prediction! It'll be a tiebreaker. I'm kidding.
Let's see. So Kansas City gets the win. Louisville
Actually,
getting the loss.
that would be a really fun prediction
California
to bet on, wouldn't
there. Bruce City losing. Chicago winning. All right. So with 1 game left to play, Louisville has clinched a first-round bye in the minor league playoffs. Even if both California and Bruce City win and they lose, they'll still be at 63 wins. So it just comes down to between California and Bruce City tomorrow, which we won't pay too much attention to.
Do we want to have a Okay, question.
Yeah?
For especially for you, because you're the one who'd probably agree or disagree with this. Should we? Oh, never mind. Prediction started. I was gonna say, should we have a prediction to see if it becomes a tiebreaker or not?
Yeah. Will it come down to tiebreak? So essentially asking, does this go to a game 109?
Never mind. There we go. Read my mind. I guess I did say it out loud.
All right. Well, I guess the question is, which game do we want to watch first? Do we want to watch New Orleans they're both home games for these teams. Do we want to watch Seattle at New Orleans or Detroit at Lunar Base? Basically, whatever I see in chat first is the one I'll do, so. Lunar, all right. And oh god, who's that on the mound? Uh-oh.
Aria, blue sky on the mound for
Uh-oh.
this one. Interesting.
Uh-oh. Gee, I feel like I'm gonna get blamed if things go wrong for Lunar Base. So...
Hey, if they blame you,
Yes,
don't worry,
I
I'll
will.
also blame you.
Why are you gonna blame me?
I don't know, I don't work for Lunar Base. I have no idea, but it would be funny.
But I'm so little. Did it get the crisp 20? Well, it was crisp, but it's raining outside, so it got a little wet. Let me make sure I'm going to turn off BNN now, because we are going to be watching both of these games.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm on a struggling Detroit team this year. I didn't expect to have sway in the playoff race. Okay. So I'll let the prediction run for until it hits the 27-minute mark, and then however long y'all the mods want to keep that open. But yeah. Well, I'll leave the decision to you. Do you want to commentate first on this one or the next one?
Do you want to see how badly Aria Blue Sky does?
Do you want me to call my own pitcher's start when it has such huge implications?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yes, I do.
Really, I think my ideal scenario here is a no decision for Aria Blue Sky. Not just because it kind of implies that, it didn't really affect the final outcome of the game, but also because it would give me 9 wins, 9 losses, and 9 no decisions.
Yeah.
Something very,
good.
something very satisfying about that. A perfectly average season. Don't look at if you look at pitcher wins and losses, which you shouldn't, but
no one does. Yeah. Unless you're like a minors pitcher and concerned about those for some reason.
You shouldn't be. Wins and losses are more an expression of your team's quality than it is of your quality as a pitcher.
Yeah.
Your K per 9 to 9.92, that'd be fun. Well, yeah, but literally the only reason I care is because it would be a nice, it would just be a nice aesthetic curiosity. Not because it means anything statistics-wise. But I think I've yapped long enough. Let's get things started. On the mound for Lunar Base will be Matt Hunter, with Ravanshan leading off. Let me, as he flies out to right, let me just turn off the BNN scoreboard there so we get our nice crisp view. Zen Bobrist will get a base hit up the middle to be the first base runner for the Demons today. Zach Johnson III takes one up and in for ball 4. Alpha Nerd popped up into shallow center. It will be an infield fly rule called. That runners will hold up. Danger Dollarson cuts on one outside the zone, and 2 runners will be stranded. Heading to the bottom of the first, Aria Blue Sky taking the bump. Clark Max leads off, will be sat down on the screwball. Not worth the first. Up next, drives it into left center field. Is that one going to carry? Oh, that was some Skydome gravity. That was a Skydome gravity home run there. That one hung up so long. A solo home run for Not Worth the first will put Lunar Base in the lead early. AJ Justice gets one up the middle for a base hit. Lunar Base possibly still has something to give this inning as Justice goes for second and makes it. Duke Nukesum will be retired swinging at the low cutter. Firefly Boy fly ball into right will be caught by Zach Johnson III. So a run on the board for the Space Rangers as we head to the second inning. Waxillium Summers leading off. Swing and a miss will be the first out. Biff Slamis, the catcher. Slow roller over to third and not able to make the play. Noted speedster Biff Slamis. Gashishizuka, ground ball will be a fielder's choice made at second base. A runner on first, 2 outs for the 9-hole hitter Allaire. Shizuka will steal second base, steal number 24 of the season. Allaire over the head of the first baseman, heading toward the corner. That'll be a run scored. The stolen base making a big difference for Detroit as they tie this game up. Score that a double for the shortstop. As we head back to the top of the order, Sean will be retired on strikes. Tie game through 1.5. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Lunar Base. Durian Cragg swings and misses. Strike 3. Polywag down on 3 pitches as well. Emilian Vega will fight off the full count, heading for the corner and heading for second. Catcher has himself a double on 2 outs. Teddy Narukami a chance to keep this rally moving. It'll be a line drive to the second baseman Bobrist, and that will be the end of the second. Tied at 1, 3 hits apiece. Zen Bobrist, a line drive into left, well struck, but handled easily by Clark Max. ZJ3 well driven into center field, but handled once again by the Space Ranger outfield. And another play for a first in center as Nerd will line out there as well. 1, 2, 3 down for Detroit. Lunar Base coming up at the top of their order. Clark Max ground ball to third. Play made. Nice play at first by Nerd to get the grab there. Not Worth the first will be retired on the ground ball to short. And AJ Justice, a hit and a stolen base today, will get a walk. Can he steal again? Will not go for it. Instead, it will be Duke Nukesum sat down looking. We're through 3 here. The score line the same as last time we checked in. Danger Dollarson, a lazy fly ball into center, will be the first out. Xilium Summers. Detroit doing a good job of getting balls into the outfield and lifting them, but just hitting it straight to the outfielders. Biff Slamis will continue that trend as this one will instead fall into the glove of Firefly Boy. Bottom of the 4th, Firefly Boy just made that last put out, pops it out to third base. Durian Cragg will be sat down on the cutter. And Polywag fly ball into center is caught. We have a bit of a pitcher's duel going on now through 4. Just 1 run allowed for each of them so far. My last half inning with you here. Higashi Shizuka, ground ball over to first, covered by the pitcher Matt Hunter. Allaire, a line drive falls in front of the center fielder. Allaire having herself a game, 2 for 2 thus far. Von Schahn coming up, 1 on, 1 out. Slow roller back to the pitcher. They'll take the out at second. 1 on, 2 outs now for Zen Bobrist. Sean going for second and getting cut down. Not able to get that 69th stolen base of the year. And that'll be my last half inning, handing you over to October for the rest of this one.
Thank you, thank you. Watching that one go by, Emilian Vega. And Teddy Narukami, mile high fly pop out. Clark Max rolled over, and that'll be out number 2. Ground out from 2 second, or was it a line out 2 second? I think it was a line out.
Think so.
Yeah, and Not Worth the first. Also out. Strike three, Zen Bobrist. Zach Johnson the third hits that up between the gap DVD screensaver, then pulls up on second. No, runs to third, running to third after the left field DVD screensaver moment. Alpha Nerd, watching it. Watch it. Never mind, don't watch it. Nothing happened. Can you stop pitching good, please, Aria?
I'd like to keep pitching good.
You heard it here first. She'd like to keep pitching good. Danger Dollarson out. AJ Justice strike three. Aria Blue Sky still in this game.
Oh,
Duke nukes him.
you did say please. That's true. I'll think about it.
Another pop-up. This time, slightly more in the line. And number three for this one. Maxillium Summers. And it'll be out on the ground out from third to first. Biff Slamus up next. Hits it, rolled over, and rolling over is that offense. Or, yeah. Shizuka, again, over to third. Belted to first. Dorian Cragg watches that one go by. That'll be walk number one. On a full count too, Poliwag. Up high and into second's glove. That'll be Bobrist getting that one, retiring Wag. Emilian Vega up next. Watching that one, another walk. Teddy Narakami as Yep. Spencer Bearer is out for pitching. Strike three, Clark Max. Contact is made up into center field. Allaire caught by, not worth the first.
Hang on, wait.
Probably not worth the first.
I'm pausing the game. No decision for Aria Blue Sky. The game's tied when she left the game. No decision. 9-9-9.
Hell yeah.
Okay, sorry for the interruption. Just
No
aesthetically pleasing.
Aria, if you keep yapping on, I'm gonna bite you. Oh my god! Wait, high and deep, Shan! Gone! 2-1 lunar base! Needs one run! Can they make it two? No. Unfortunate. Wait, no, that's not retiring. Never mind, not retiring the side. Zach Johnson the third, oh no, gets a walked. 4 pitches. Oh. 4 pitches. Damn. Alpha Nerd. First pitch is a ball, watching that one fly on by, and that'll retire the side now. Not worth a first up, and swings and misses. AJ Justice up next. Watching that one, AJ Justice, and it's good. Duke nukes him, not able to nuke this one either. And one more out. And that one out found. Firefly Boy unable to do too much. Danger Dollarson, slow roller as he gets out on first. Pitcher to first. Maxillium Bummers! High and deep, another solo home run! Biff Slamus! swing and a miss. Higashi's Shizuka! Another one! Another one! 439!
I think that one broke the window of the press box in center field.
It did! Adrian Aller! And no! 3 runs needed instead of just 2! That'll be out number 1! Poliwag up next! What did I just see? Getting on first now, Emilia Vega. Out number 2! On the full count as well! Teddy Narakami! And that'll be out number 3!
Alright. Well, so Lunar Base is not able to put themselves in the position they want. They were going to have to be watching the game in New Orleans anyway, but now they'll have to watch it with bated breath, hoping against hope that Seattle can defeat their division rivals. Because if New Orleans wins, they're in, and Lunar Base is out.
As a GM of the Lunar Base Space Rangers. As a GM of the Lunar Base Space Rangers, I am excited to announce an impromptu activity after this game. Fans of Lunar Base, we are going to do a live execution of pitcher Scud Muffin after the game right on the mound. We blame Aria for this. Blame me! It happened when I was commentating!
See, it was all distraction. I told the bats to hold up while I was pitching because I wanted that no decision. And then I told him, all right, swing for the fences, y'all. But yeah, we'll we can turn BNN back on now for this one. Quick sim the other. You know what? Actually, that's a good idea. We'll quick sim all the other games. And I'll keep live track of, well, actually that's the only one that really matters. Buffalo will defeat New York, so New York is now locked into that 4 seed. Vancouver will defeat Boise. San Antonio gets the win over Toronto, finishing off at 59 wins. And then Providence getting the win. Grail Traveler, 1 for 5. He got the hit record.
That's our Eminem.
So 166 hits, a new single season record. Although unfortunately, down the stretch, finishing with a 366 average, that actually winds up falling below the current modern record there. So unfortunately, not going to have the ultimate batting title, but probably still the batting title for this season, and definitely in the record books. I mean, look, if it took that long to break a record from Season 2, there's a good chance this one lasts forevermore. I'd say there's a solid chance this one lasts for a very, very long time.
What the hell was Season 2 even like?
Season 2, that would be the second year for all of the S1 people. And the Season 2 draft class wasn't very big at all. I think it was like 4 players or something.
Oh, God.
So that was a time of like super extreme parity in terms of player quality. So your max earners were all at the top of their game for their entire careers almost. Not 4 players, I was there. It wasn't I exaggerated a little bit, but it wasn't a particularly deep draft class, was it? I don't think there were a ton of people in it. Might also be thinking of season 3. But yeah, so your new single season hits record holder. So at least 4 rounds. Season 3 was tiny. Okay, I was thinking of season 3 then. Okay, that's my bad.
But still, not a lot of
Yeah, but but
skill.
but still, your season 1 players are the ones that pretty much for their whole career until they finally hit regression were the best players in the league. Whereas, modern day that's a lot tougher because you're gonna have max earners in there before you always now. But
Mhm.
I digress. Congratulations, Grail Traveler. Your new single season hits record holder. I do not want to quick sim the New Orleans game. Instead, Death Valley gets an extra innings victory over the Toros. Providence will lock down the best record in the entire league. Nashville, Indianapolis. Indianapolis gets the win as those two will be in the playoffs against one another. Minor league seeding. Let's go through it. That game doesn't mean anything. Those are both non-playoff teams. Louisville may yet lose out on that 1 seed after Kansas City defeats them 8-7 in extra innings. This game, Chicago State College, so that's going to be something to decide seeding in the first round. California loses in a slugfest against Amarillo, so California may yet lose out if Bruce City can just beat the Puerto Rico Ranas. They can. 62 wins for Bruce City. Let's take a quick look at. Let's take a quick peek here at the team versus team. They're 6-6, so now we go to expanded standings, run differential. Bruce City will grab that by a matter of 15 runs.
Damn.
And it will be Louisville grabbing the home field advantage there. Yep, second tiebreaker is run differential. So that will be the... At least I think it's still run differential. I'm 99% sure seeding is still decided that way. But with all that said and done, that is every single game except for the big one. New Orleans win and they're in, lose, and we'll be having a game 109 between them and Lunar Base. October. You ready to get...
Yes.
Actually, wait. How's the... Oh, no. This is the same prediction. Will it come down to a tiebreak? Okay. You ready to get us started?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Wah!
I love seeing. I love the 2D arcade style we're going for, but
Yeah,
I can't really see the rest of the field.
Yeah, I love the infield view. But could we please see the fences?
Mets will be thrown out. Pass now. Also ground out. Jim Hawkins up next. Hits that up high and into the gap. On to second. Alright. On second. Bases scoring position. And first score, first inning. Wellerman, 2 outs, 1 on. Can Bradley do anything? Bradley does not do anything, unfortunate. And that'll be Maurice Bernard. Ooh, tapped it into the gap as well. Deeper this time. Jackson Love hits off the back fence. Boucher gets the walk on the full count. Stanley Johnson up next. Or Sidney Johnson, not Stanley Johnson. What is this, the NBA? Sorry. And nope. That'll be an out, I believe, over the center field. Aria, you're dung. Never mind. Wild pitch. Runners in scoring position. Aria or Dong able to score both. Pulling up on first. That'll be a responding 2 runs for New Orleans. Taylor McCheesy. Miss. Or out. I don't see it. How the out was. And Teresa McTaylor. I believe that was a simple fielder's choice to second. Not really a fielder's choice, but still. Aaron Judge unable to do much. King Luck also unable to do much. Strike out with a low screwball. Joshua J tapped that over to over the second base AJ Boucher, and will be an out. Lefebvre up and to center field. Pass getting the catch. Malcolm Kell swing high, popped up. Catcher grabs that. Catcher catches that. Axel Babineau, legend for the Dillos, not so much a legend for the Bruggerus right now. Hits that. Bernard giving up. Never mind. I thought that was going to be a hit for some reason. Anyways. Promise. Out. Bookie Mets. Out. I think that was a strike 3.
Yeah.
Full count. Through the gap. Through first and second. On first. Jim Hawkins. Wild pitch. Running over the first. Running over from first. There we go. Jim Hawkins still up at bat. Hits that up high and not quite gone, but it is a double. And it does turn into a Seattle tie. Gator McGraw, full count. Walk. Bradley Wellerman Jr. walk. Aaron Judge! Tapped up! Caught by center field. Lefebvre gets under that. Jackson Love watches that one go by. And walk number 1, your leadoff. Going for the steal, gets the steal. 88 on the season. Watching that one, AJ Boucher, strike 3. Sidney Johnson. And that's an out. Stepped on first by first. Aria Dong drives him home. Jackson Love. And that'll be belted over the first to end the run. 3-2 for New Orleans, Seattle. How will they respond? Currently cold. King Luck. Grounder to third. Thrown out. Joshua J. Up high. Center fielder. Lefebvre under it. And now, finally, tank from us. And that'll be belted over in a line drive over the second base. AJ Boucher. 3 up, 3 down. Teresa McTaylor watches that one. Strike 3. Wait, no. Was that a watch? Nope, swinging. Lefebvre. Watching that one go on by. Left field. Getting the ground, able to capture that one. On second is Lefebvre. Runner on third and a productive out. Can Axel Babineau do much? No, unfortunately not. Hired grounder over to first. Wait, no, hard liner over the first, second. No, grounder. Hit the ground, yeah, because the thing was still in play. Never mind. I'm yapping too much. Bookie Mets out. Strike 3.
You never yap too much.
Sorry, I yapped too little. Pass. Watching that one pass on by.
You
in the full count.
You always yap just the right amount.
I should yap some more. So you got mildly annoyed and inconvenienced by me. Pass caught stealing that time on a nice pass from the center field or catcher. And Jim Hawkins with a swing and a miss, ending the run. And Aria, are you ready?
Yep, to wind down this ball game, Jackson Love, a line drive into center, is handled by pass. New Orleans in the position, game ended right now, they would be in the playoffs, but the game isn't ending right now. We've got a whole halfway to go. AJ Boucher aboard with a knock on the one out. Sidney Johnson, a lazy fly ball, had to check up. Runners on first and second with one out for Aria. Ground ball. They'll take the out at second. Not able to turn two there, but just the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for the catcher, Tater McCheesy. Swing and a miss, strike 3, Archie Richards. 0-19 thus far this season with an 8.57 ERA, but he is showing up for Seattle right now, just allowing 3 through 5. Gator McGraw on the ground to first, taken unassisted by Yordong. Wellerman Jr. will be sent back to the dugout on strikes. Maurice Bernard picks up number 7 on the day. Aaron Judge fly ball flying out to the center fielder. According to the play-by-play, that's exactly what he did last time up. We're through 5.5, bottom of the 6th now. Archie Richards still on the mound, giving up a base hit to Chorizo McTater. 3-1 count. Scoots past the second baseman. They'll throw it back to the infield. And they get the out at third. So it'll be a runner on second now for Malcolm Kell with 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. Rounding third is Lefebvre and will be scoring from second. Kell now standing on second as well. As the RBI single heading to second on the throw. Long plate appearance for Axel Babineau will end in a strikeout, which will finally end Archie Richards' day. Carroll Needfeld enters high and deep into left center field. That one's gone. Jackson Love, home run number 16 on the year, giving the Rougarous a 4-run lead here at Full Moon Stadium. AJ Boucher up facing off against the Serpent reliever will have a double. Sidney Johnson on the ground, also past second. The line keeps on moving. Another RBI single, and another runner advancing to scoring position on a late throw home. Yordong, opposite field knock, will once again score a runner, and it will be a double for the first baseman, extending this lead to 6. Tater McCheesy popped up, and finally the squeeze put on it by the first baseman, Fromus. Seattle bats are going to need to wake up a lot for them to play spoiler here. King Luck tries to check his swing, but he's ruled to have gone around. That's a strikeout for Bernard, number 8 on the day. Joshua Day will also be sat down. Tank Fromus puts it in play, ground ball to second, and easily handled by Boucher. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, Needfeld will remain on the mound for Chorizo McTater. Leadoff knock. Will it be extra bases? It will. McTater sliding into second. Thibault Lefebvre fly ball into shallow right will be caught by Hawkins. And Kell will be retired on strikes. The slow fastball from Carroll Needfeld. Axel Babineau on the ground up the middle, and that will be another run coming across for the Rougarous. Now a 7-run lead late in this game. Ball will bounce away from the catcher, Joshua J. Pass ball charged to the catcher. And another one will get past, and that will be a wild pitch charge to Needfeld. Runner advancing 2 on this plate appearance. Ground ball over to third. Not going to matter as the play will be made at first. Seattle needs 7 in these last 2 innings. They'll face mid at best. Bookie Metz, lazy fly ball sliced into left, and the play made by Love. Line drive from pass, good reaction from Kell to retire the center fielder. Jim Hawkins, line drive into center will be caught. New Orleans looking at a playoff berth here as Boucher will ground out to his counterpart at second. Sidney Johnson over the head of his counterpart at third. Ariardon, ground ball, 6-4-3, double play will end the 8th inning. So it'll be down to Seattle in the top of the 9th. We've seen crazier before, but it's going to have to come off some miracles. Midbest will put Gator McGraw aboard, hitting him. Bradley Wellerman, ground ball over to first. They'll take the out at second. One out for Aaron Judge. Line drive over to second. And they'll double him off at first. A 6-3 double play will be the end of this ballgame. New Orleans winning over Seattle at Full Moon Stadium and clinching a playoff berth. Congratulations to the New Orleans Rougarous and commiserations to the Space Rangers. Y'all are on a good track, though. Excited to see what you put together next season. Go ahead and save. Fire off these final box scores. And that will be that. So, your final standings. In the Legends, the Providence Crabs will be your 1 seed, winning the Legends East. The Sloths taking that number 2 seed, winning the Legends West. The Outer Banks Aviators taking that 3 seed in the wild card with 65 wins, and the Voyagers a game behind in the 4 seed. In the Champions, your 1 seed will be the Champions West champions, the Cancun Toros, with Nashville taking the 2 seed, winning the Champions East. The 3 seed belongs to Indianapolis, as they'll take their 2-win streak over the Stars into a series against them next time you come here for some baseball. And New Orleans will get the victory over the Space Rangers and the Scorpions in that race to clinch the 4 seed and a date with those Toros. Down in the minors, your 2 first-round byes belong to Louisville and Brew City. California coming up just shy in the end. But they'll have the 4 seed in the playoffs to go up against likely the Swift Steeds. Not exactly sure if these standings reflect the tiebreakers accurately. But assuming they do, it will be State College at California for the first-round series and Chicago at Kansas City. And with that, I think we're all done. No, actually, not quite yet. We've got a couple things to look at here in California. Vecna What's It did reach 108 stolen bases, so now is the 4th player to ever get 1 stolen base per game or better in the minor league. So congratulations to Vecna What's It.
Wow.
Then heading over, I didn't keep good track of Sting Eucliffe's past 2 games, so let me go to his batting stats to find his total hits. 1846, that's the tie. So Sting Eucliffe gets to 1,846 hits, which is the modern record, and is tied for the 2nd most all-time. So congratulations to Sting Eucliffe in that regard. Wasn't able to find the double to break the tie to get to number 2 uncontested, but still tied for the 2nd most doubles ever. And, of course, Grail Traveler, as we mentioned before, does break the single season hits record, but will fall short of the average record. But super excited to see what the future holds. Maybe another chase, maybe not. And with that, finally, now I believe we're done.
No, I don't want to be done.
We got to be done at some point. Some of these people
No,
have
no, we
like
don't.
fireworks to get to or something. Whatever people do, or whatever plans they might have for the rest of this Fourth of July. Whether
You know what we
that's
have to do?
Independence Day stuff in America or July 4th, just a regular date stuff elsewhere. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start closing out some of my usual sim stuff. Pains me to have the choke clicked. Yeah. Let me go ahead and put up Ask the Booth. Yeah, no worries. It was a lot of fun. A lot of you know, a lot of high highs and low lows. Um, yeah, New Orleans finally back in the
Hi, hi.
playoffs after a pretty long time.
Hey, can you say that sentence again? I wasn't listening.
A lot of high highs and low lows.
Hi, hi.
Hi hi.
God, is this what lesbian flirting is?
Something like that.
Yes. Glad we have confirmation from another person. Yes, it is.
We
Glad we
we
have confirmation.
yeah, so ask the booth. Open for questions. I guess I'll do a quick ask the booth. What are the early playoff predictions you have?
Wait, me?
Yeah, us
Oh, you're
in
talking to
general.
me?
Yeah,
You're talking to us. Oh.
we.
Um, well, yeah, we are in the booth, so I thought you were gonna answer your own question first.
Oh no,
Shoot.
of course not. That'd be rude.
Shoot. Uh, Honestly, the only team that it would be really funny if they won would be Outer Banks just because I'm on there, but it's not like a bias thing. It's literally just it would be funny. Like imagine out of goddamn nowhere, for no reason whatsoever, OTP is just like, yeah, you know what? We like Outer Banks now.
Well, in theory they should have the easiest path into the World Series at this point
But yeah, no,
because
I mean like win it all type of thing.
true, but they'll have San Antonio, which no shade to them. They had a good season. They won the Legends West. It was a weak Legends West. And it does kind of show. So
Hmm.
the Aviators do have the advantage there, despite not getting more games at home. And then from there, they'll face either Providence or New York, also both very strong teams. Um, but think about it from the Crabs of Voyagers perspective. You have to beat a very strong team, and then you go to the second round, and you're most likely gonna face Outer Banks. So that's a
Hmm.
tougher overall path.
Hmm.
So I actually kind of like OBX as the dark horse to make the World Series from the Legends.
Yeah. Well, also
Um,
just my sort of thing. My thing is just like that. My thing wasn't based on anything. It was just like, this is the team that's in one a decent spot, two a what was it, easier spot, I guess.
yeah, just kind of
Somewhat,
has the easier road,
yeah, easier road
at
if they
least in
do
theory.
make it. Yeah, it was just like, you know, if they do, it would be funny to see them in the World Series.
Yeah.
Because, you
Um,
know, the World Series was kind of the big thing.
yeah, and then down into the champions. Um, I mean, I gotta pick the Toros.
Yeah, fair.
Cause
Victor Cortez.
they were my first team. Oh, that's also we also got to check that. We've got to check if Victor Cortez won the Triple Crown there.
What's the Triple Crown again?
Triple Crown is the batting title, so the best batting average, home runs, and RBIs. If you lead all three of those categories, that's the Triple Crown.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
So we gotta check that. I honestly forgot that. Let me make a quick note so that I don't accidentally send us off
Forget again.
stream without checking on it. But anyway, yeah. Toros, they were my first team with Zodiac Blue Sky. They were my career team actually with Zodiac. So you know, obviously, always love seeing them do well, unless it's at my current team's expense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll
Your
pick the.
current team is doing fine.
Oh, my current team. Hang on, wait. Let me make sure this joke works. Um, my current team gave your current team a good draft pick. Is how I'll put that.
They're doing fine.
Uh, and who's winning it next year? Ooh, that's an interesting one. That's well, let's see. Who's sort of I don't know. Let's well, okay. You can never go wrong predicting New York because they're always going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
They've been good for 50 plus seasons.
Oh God. I think I just saw 100 degrees Fahrenheit where I am.
Ooh. Seattle's
No, no.
coming back next year.
Are they?
I mean, well, okay. Seattle, I like the young players a lot. They have veterans who will also be very good for them as the youngsters gain in TPE. They're not quite ready to contend just yet.
Imagine they do just come back for some reason.
It would be really. It would be. You know what? I'd eat crow. I love the sea. I love the sea serpents.
Do you really? Or do you think you love them?
I do love them. I love the
Hmm.
serps.
It's a surprisingly suspicious, fast response.
What's so
I
suspicious
don't
about
think
liking a
you.
baseball team?
I don't think you actually like them. I think you're a fake.
I literally spend most of my career with them.
Guys, I think Aria doesn't like the sea serps.
What?
She might
I'm still
love
I'm
them.
still a pretty regular visitor to the sports ball channel in that locker room.
You know what? Yeah, she might not like the sea serps. She might love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How poorly will Buffalo do next year? I mean, can you really consider it a poor season when Hannah Stream's song is gonna win another Gold Glove? Think
I'm
about
voting
that.
against Hannah just because you said that.
Okay, I mean, the whole reason I picked the number 3 when I was having some fun with Lemonoppy over Hannah Streamsong's performance this sim was gonna be. The reason I picked -3 is because that was Hannah Streamsong's lead in zone rating to the next best second base.
Yeah, I remember that, I think.
Ask the booth, who's the worst batter next season?
Gavieta Volkova or something like that.
Disagree. It's gonna be
Okay, yeah, no,
whoever's
disagree.
like sub 200 TP hitter that they take as like an IA like salary saver has the worst season.
That doesn't count in my eyes.
I mean,
That's like saying
Star
the
said
worst.
it. Star said it.
Okay,
Star said it.
okay. Who's the worst and actually active hitting batter next season?
Oh, that'd be rude.
It would be. Which is why I'm asking.
I wouldn't want to be rude. Instead, would y'all like to hear about the would y'all like to hear about the actual worst catcher ever? Because it's not Joshua J. Let me find him. Here he is. Let me pull up his index page as well so I can send it. Oh. Here we go. So, okay. So Seattle's run a couple of very interesting catchers over the last few seasons. Joshua J, who can actually field, is the most recent one. Prior to that, in 2076, which would have been S60, it was Wilderman Perez, who did not have any experience at catcher. So was not a very good catcher. But did at least kind of hit okay. Now imagine if you took the defense of Wilderman Perez and the offense of Joshua J. Then you would get the Twitch chat's probably going to get mad at me if I try and post this link. I imagine it probably did. But if it didn't, you can click that link and go right to the player I'm talking about. Okay, yeah.
Send it to me.
Here. Look up on the index.
Send it to me.
Find David Ortiz. Oh, you can post things. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a mod.
Oh, you know what? You're so right. Okay. That link. The player in question is David Ortiz III, who spent a single year playing catcher in Cancun.
Oops. Sorry, I accidentally put next to backslash or slash, one of the two.
So yeah, that's David Ortiz III. Hang on. E2 to E573. Who, according to the like PBE wins above average that I worked on and posted about earlier this season, that performance is the single worst hitter season since I was able to start tracking in S36.
Wait, what?
That
Hmm?
season from David Ortiz III is the
Uh-huh.
worst season on record by my
Oh my
stat of
god.
PBE wins above average.
Oh my
And
god.
would you like to know something else?
Yes.
It's not close. I
Damn.
don't think any it's PBE wins above average tracks it as a minus 8.17. So 8 wins worse than the average for S38. The next worst in any other given season doesn't even crack minus 7. It And would you like to know another fun fact? I have a personal connection to this one. The catcher for the Cancun Toros the following year was Zodiac Blue Sky. Literally took over the job of the worst catcher to ever do it. Um so I had a pretty low bar to clear in my first season. So yeah, that's the that that that's my fun little side story.
How do you do it, Aria?
How do I do what?
How do you find yourself in situations?
Well, I mean, that was like the tail end of the last rebuild Cancun did, and they've been pretty perennial contenders ever since. It's hard to argue with the results.
I want to argue with you now.
Why?
Like, in a fun
Why would
way.
you be mean to me? Look,
In a fun way,
look.
where it's like,
This is who you're being mean to.
even better.
Rude.
You underestimate how much I want to bully cute things, I guess.
Okay.
I called you cute.
Okay. Chat my
Chat, I,
chat my co-host is being mean to me.
chat. I kind of want to bully her.
Um okay.
Chat, she's
Champions
kind of funny.
Conference. Batting average, home runs, RBIs. Yes, Victor Cortez did get the triple crown in the Champions Conference.
Ooh.
So
We may need to turn the stream off before it gets steamy in the booth. Interesting. What compelled that?
let me send the let me get the index posted. Here. No, I actually wait, does it actually? Oh my good, wait, it does. Oh, I
Hmm?
I completely missed that. Oops, my bad. Okay, my bad. Roll it back. I saw pink and I thought, oh, Toros. That must be Victor Cortez, and I didn't read closely enough. I saw Victor Cortez at 4 and was like, ah, yes, the batting title, fourth best average. Um,
Oh, not quite the Triple Crown then.
Not quite. Led nearly everything else, yes. So that I mean, best OPS, off the best OBP and slugging percent, 100 plus RBIs, 34 home runs. An overall very good season. I mean, played first base and ended up with 4.7 WAR. That's probably the MVP, right? That's gotta be the MVP. I would be shocked if he didn't win MVP off that. And then, well, we'll have to see what the voters think of Bazooka Slow's case compared to Grail Travelers. But I mean, yeah, 421 OBP is amazing. Yeah, we'll have to see what the voters think of that one. But I believe that's the index uploaded. Yep. I'm pretty sure I can call. Index is uploaded. Congrats to all the playoff teams. And
Let's
congrats
go.
to your new single season hit king, Grail Traveler at GT. And yeah, is there anything else significant? No, because Victor Cortez missed the Triple Crown. Okay, that's pushed. All that said and done, I think we're all done. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you for the playoffs next week.
Next week? Whoa. That soon?
Yeah.
Holy.
Gee, who could be streaming the first round of the playoffs? I don't know. Who could it be?
I don't know either. I mean, it's kind of slipping my mind, you know? I
That's
can't think of
crazy.
I can't think of anyone.
What beautiful person would possibly be
No!
streaming?
No! 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 No, you don't. No, you don't. No. Mm-mm. No.
All right. Well, that's your hint. You probably figured it out. See you next
No,
time.
no, nothing, no.
Bye.
Bye-bye.